Gonçalo, rega a mesa, ele come constantemente, é incrível. De manhã à noite, nunca passa o apetite, é insaciável. É verdade, ele engole tortas, bolos, pizzas, massas, batatas fritas e toneladas de arroz. Ele não deixa nada no prato, ele é um verdadeiro ogro, sem dúvida. A família dele está preocupada, mas ele não quer saber. Para ele comer é um verdadeiro prazer. Ele só pensa nisso de manhã à noite, e ele não consegue parar, mesmo que seu estômago doa. Engole tortas, bolos, pizzas, massas, batatas fritas e toneladas de arroz. Ele não deixa nada no prato, ele é um verdadeiro ogro, sem dúvida. Um dia ele vai ao médico porque não se sente bem. O médico diz que ele precisa mudar seus hábitos alimentares. Caso contrário, ele terá sérios problemas de saúde. Engole tortas, bolos, pizzas, massas, batatas fritas e toneladas de arroz. Ele não deixa nada no prato, ele é um verdadeiro ogro, sem dúvida. A família dele está preocupada, mas ele não quer saber. Para ele comer é um verdadeiro prazer. Ele só pensa nisso de manhã à noite, e ele não consegue parar, mesmo que seu estômago doa. Ele engole e vai ao médico porque não se sente bem. O médico diz que ele precisa mudar seus hábitos alimentares. Caso contrário, ele terá sérios problemas de saúde. Gonçalo segue o conselho do médico. Ele começa a comer alimentos saudáveis e balanceados. Ele se sente muito melhor, está mais feliz do que nunca. Ele finalmente entendeu que precisava mudar seus hábitos. Batatas fritas e toneladas de arroz. Ele não deixa nada no prato, ele é um verdadeiro ogro, sem dúvida. Um dia ele vai ao médico porque não se sente bem. O médico diz que ele precisa mudar seus hábitos alimentares. Caso contrário, ele terá sérios problemas de saúde.
Hi guys, welcome back to another live stream. I hope you all had an amazing day. So today we're going to be talking about the harsh truth, like always. As you know guys, I always do a little update when it comes to geopolitics and stuff like that. So today we're going to give you the latest updates that happened in the war that is going on in Iran. Let's get into it. We all know. You guys know as well that we do also have to pick, honestly, the two best channels ever when it comes to information and when it comes to geopolitics, the Jews, feminism, and more information about more other stuff, of course. And we're gonna check out again the short information that we have in the past week when it comes to the Iranian war. Yeah, I'm excited. We're gonna be here to talk about what is going on and shit like that, and maybe talk about a bit of feminism and stuff like that, which is still a very important topic that we need to talk about still, that it's very important to keep you guys open minded and with your eyes open when it comes about to these type of topics, since the world right now isn't really in a good place. So yeah, we are going to talk about politics, as we are going to talk about also. Oh, what the fuck happened to my fucking phone? What the? Sorry guys. What the heck is it? Okay, there you go. Well, I said my phone was like glitching. It's the first time that happened. But as I was saying, we're gonna give you guys the latest updates when it came to the last 7 days of the war, and we're gonna give you guys what Brian talks about, also about the war, about the reality of investments and traditional women and stuff like that. So, from keeping you guys waiting, I do not want. I don't want that. No. We'll talk about the only video that's been, I mean, out pretty
Aujourd'hui,
much.
ça y est, je suis.
We don't care.
Now,
We're gonna give you guys the update of the war right there. When it comes to videos, and now here. Why woman YouTube? Should I put that in? You know what? Fuck it, bro. We don't give a fuck here. We, as I said, we talk about the truth and nothing but the truth. Red pill and color same. So again, this is a comment about feminism, women, how it's a big problem that women believing in feminism actually ends up destroying everything. We'll end up with the global market, and that is something that
Men, their numbers.
they are very tricked.
do you
I love how I'm reacting to Martin Gizz's brother. I really hope people really watch this, bro. And I'm gonna react to that. Today we're gonna react to a lot of when it comes to about Bad Woman. The thing is, when it comes to the war, since it's been 3 weeks pretty much, there's not a lot of things that happen. The only, I would say, the big news that everyone keeps talking about is the US fighter jet that they actually managed to take down, and they're able to take and recover, more like it. The Iran was able to recover that jet, and America was able to rescue the pilots. That's, I would say, the biggest news, I would say, that we are talking about a bit everywhere. So we're gonna talk about the war, a little last update of what happened. I mean, we all know what's going on pretty much. There's not a lot of things that happened. It's still, Strait of Hormuz is still closed. It's opened now to Spain, Russia, and China. Why is it opened to Spain? Because they disagree. They did not let US forces to use their air space to be able to travel to Iran and attack them. So that's why they are also in the exceptions when it comes to the Strait of Hormuz and the petrol. More like the oil. I mean, Iran keeps attacking the Gulf countries, keeps attacking Tel Aviv, Israel in general. The same shit is happening pretty much constantly right now. Trump, as we figured out last stream that we did about talking about the harsh truth, is Trump is very desperate, and his tactic when it comes to oil prices is every week he sends a truth social message or talks to the public about the positive messages or not, to be able to reduce the prices of oil to bring them down at least $12. So instead of being at $120, it's at $100 per barrel. So that's pretty much what we discovered last stream. So yeah, we're going to give you guys a little update what is going on about the fighter jet that was taken down, that Iran was able to recover, and the 2 pilots that were able to survive, and they were able to be saved by American soldiers and Israeli soldiers, I think. I'm not sure about that one, but about the Israeli part, by the way. It's the Israeli part I'm not sure about. But yeah, here we go.
The last 35 days. We're 35 days into this conflict, and so far, this is what's happened in the last 24 hours. If you're new here, I was telling my audience this, but I'll just reiterate one more time to elucidate the clearer picture. So, firstly, an F-15 was shot over Iran. 1 crew member was rescued, but...
By the way, they Iran was able to shut down an F-15. If F-15 is one of the most advanced planes that military planes, fighter jets or some shit like that, like literally a plane that can attack, drop bombs, do all sorts of shit. One of the most advanced equipment in the American military. Iran was able to take one down. That's huge. That is important. How big that is, because now Iran has the opportunity to know the information about that said jet, and one day maybe actually build one. That is huge. That is very huge. And of course, it's amazing the fact that we're able to actually rescue the 2 pilots. That's good. That's good. That's very good. I'm happy that they survived, because any human doesn't need to die. Every human needs to like human life, bro. It's important. So it's good that the 2 pilots actually end up surviving. That's good. That's good.
One is still probably somewhere in Iran. Like
here in the video, they say that there's one that's still missing, but it was confirmed that the second pilot was actually able to be rescued. In this week, they said that they was rescued. The second guy was rescued, but let's continue.
Already captured. Hopefully he's not, and he's hiding. It is speculated that the plane was, or the fighter jet rather, was shot over a mountainous region, in a mountainous range, and so this fighter jet could have parachuted, or sorry, the pilot could have ejected, launched a parachute, landed on the side of a mountain. That's a really bad situation. We're hoping that's not the case, but more than likely he's either on the scramble trying to find somewhere to hide and get some sort of evacuation, as US planes were circling the area earlier today looking for him. That's how we knew so quickly through confirmation that it was shot down. So 1 crew member rescued, 1 pilot is still unclear. We don't know where he is. An HH-60W was hit by Iranian fire during rescue.
What the fuck are these ads,
Crews
bro?
are safe, some
They're
are
so
wounded
bad.
though. An A-10 Warthog, I think around the same time the F-15 was hit, was also hit by Iranian fire. The pilot is safe, and an F-16 had declared emergency landing, although I'm yet to see that in mainstream sources. Let me check again, but another F-16 jet was just hit a few hours ago, allegedly, and that's coming out of Iranian news, but you can't always verify with Iranian news, and so I want to try and make sure I can verify.
Yeah, they be capping a lot, bro.
Yeah,
they cap a lot, dude.
But that's what we're getting on Twitter, and whatever we've been getting on Twitter and Rerum Navarum and Suleiman, they've been pretty good. They've been about an hour or 2 hours behind the curve in regards to how quick they've been with the news. So we're ahead of.
Don't worry, guys. Don't worry, guys. I do see it. I do see it. I will change how things are right now. Don't worry. Just making sure that I'm selecting everything. Okay, I'm gonna do this. In my chat, I'm gonna put, you know what, I'm gonna put it right beside my face. Okay. Today we're gonna live like this. I want you guys to be able to see at least Myron's face, okay?
The curve, rather, I should say. So likely that's the case, and then a KC-135 also made an emergency landing, as to what I'm reading right here from Evergreen Intel. So that's kind of the last 24 hours. This is the most damaged United States air power has ever sustained or received since 1972 in the Vietnam War. I read that in several places. We just confirmed it in the Twitter space that we're in with a former US fighter pilot, and so really bad look to go from this war being 4 or 5.
Damn. Vietnam was a big one, and this one they got fucked. But this is what I mean, bro. Trump made a fucking mistake in putting his foot in this shit. It was fucking retarded. It's like a child trying to take care of a fucking country.
Days to now being 35 days in and having 5 or 6 aircraft, pieces of technology being shot out of the sky. Some of our best, especially the F-35 that was hit 2 weeks ago. That was really the deal breaker. F-15 doesn't have the same capabilities as the F-35.
The F-35s, holy.
I believe so. It's not as big of a deal. But regardless, I mean, symbolically, this is a bad look, and you can bet that the IRGC is going to brag about this for the next few days. But what I was going to ask you, Myron, is what do you think is going to come about this? Because Donald Trump has been kind of a sitting duck in regards to U.S. personnel being hit in the Middle East right now. He's putting us in compromising positions, and the Marines have still not made their move, although they're probably right on the coast of Iran somewhere. I'm getting
they did an
reports.
amphibious run. I think they did an amphibious run like yesterday or some shit. They did some like dry firing training on a beach in Diego. Yeah.
So do you think that Trump is going to panic? Because obviously Pete Hegseth had just fired over a dozen generals who are probably either opposing him or refusing to comply to orders in regards to this ground invasion or something surrounding it. Do you?
And I wonder why they're refusing. I wonder fucking.
You think that Trump is just going to let these troops go in the next 24 to 48? Because what I was saying is that's most likely the case, no doubt. But I was also concerned that is this maybe a sign that the United States may pull out and move closer to carpet bombing technique, tactical nuke? I don't think that's off the table, you know, because the IRGC has displayed they really can't be dented in terms of their military force. So where do you see the next 48 hours taking us?
The other thing I'm going to say is if they use a nuke, I think America is going to lose every ally ever. I really think they're going to lose every fucking ally ever. Like, yeah, they're going to destroy the whole Middle East if they do that. And then Israel's going to get, I mean, they're going to get what they want, but at the same time, they're going to get the consequences from using that nuke. So, I do agree with Riyadh. They probably have that on the table, but I don't think they're going to take the decision to do that. I don't think so. It's just too risky. Too fucking risky.
The next 48 hours, man. I think at this point from the coverage, obviously there's a great deal of bleeding going on, and I think there's a reason why.
Oh yeah. Before we continue, let me check the oil prices. Let me check. I want to check. Oil prices. Bro, it was, remember, like a week ago, it went back up, bro. What the fuck? A week ago, and at the end of the week, pretty much, Trump sent a message and it was at $103. It's at 111 and a half. Holy, that's expensive, bro. Holy. Hey, bro, we're cooked. It's at 112 for pretty much right now. What the fuck? 112? Hey, bro, we're cooked. We cooked, bro.
Hegseth didn't do a press conference. CENTCOM has kind of been quiet. Trump is not coming to Florida. For those that aren't familiar with Trump's schedule, bro tries to come down here every weekend to fuck off, right? The fact that he's staying in D.C. is kind of a big deal. Because don't forget, guys, February 28th, that nigga was down in Florida. Okay?
That's funny.
He bombed Iran the first time, he was in Florida. This time he's staying in D.C. That's a big red flag to me, right? So that's something that has me a little, you know, what's going on. And I think for Trump, right, we have to kind of analyze him. The thing with Trump is he's obviously very erratic. So what I always use as my North Star when I want to predict what Trump is trying to do, I know he wants a legacy. I know he wants to go down in history. So if it's something that can like put him in the Hall of Fame or make him a notable.
I mean, if he did a bunch of mistakes and then Epstein files and then, I mean, Venezuela and all that shit, I think he's gonna be in the Hall of Fame or shame, more like it. For the amount of shit American people actually did not want to be part of. They did not want none of that shit. They didn't want to be part of another new fucking war, especially with Iran. They did not want you guys to go to fucking Venezuela. They like just Trump is doing dumb shit. I would say the only fucking good decision he did was the ICE and illegal immigration, illegal aliens. It's the only fucking decision that is actually pretty good. That's a good decision. It was good. But yeah, but apart from that, like I don't like he made bad decisions, but they are so fucking big. They're so bad that holy god. God, like God is the only one to help him. The only one. God and Jesus. The only one, bro. The only one.
President from others, he'll do it. So when it comes to this guy, I do think that Trump is going to work really hard to get him out, because he already knows this war is really unpopular, and anything happening to this guy would be a political fucking nightmare, and it would be used against him forever. Hell, it might even be what's used to impeach him and get the 67 votes they need to.
No, bro. We all know he did the Maduro shit. He wants Greenland. He's doing the shit that he's doing. He did the shit that he did with Russia and Ukraine. He did all this shit, even the war. He did all this shit so the fucking Epstein files don't fucking published at 100%. 100% he is doing this because he knows that if the fucking Epstein files comes out 100%, like legit 100% out there on the published, his fucking goddamn career and his name is tarnished. He knows, and he's doing all this crazy shit. So he's doing. So the thing is this. This is my theory. This is a theory, by the way, guys. This is my theory. I think Israeli intelligence and Israel in general, the Zionists, know a lot of shit, and they're the ones that have the papers of the files. They have the files. So I think they're blackmailing him to doing this all crazy shit for Israel, so they don't publish the files. That's what I fucking think. That's the only thing that makes sense, at least here in the middle of this fucking chaos, in the middle of this dumb shit that is going on. It's the only fucking thing that it makes sense. He knows that if the Epstein files are published at 100%, he will be destroyed. His name will have no value. His career would be gone, and he'd have his name tarnished. So he's doing all this crazy shit for Israel because probably the Israeli intelligence, Zionist people probably have the files and they have everything. They're blackmailing him to doing all this crazy shit for Israel. And if probably they said, if you do this shit, we will not publish 100% the files, or we'll not put your name in the files or some shit like that. So it's 100%. It has to be this. It's the only thing that actually connects to the dots. It's the only thing that makes sense. But hey, again, it's a theory. It's a freaking theory, guys. I'm not saying that it's this. I'm saying that it's a theory. It's my theory. But here we go.
Actually remove
I mean, it's my theory. A lot of other people believe so that this is also the only thing that makes sense. That this theory is the only one that actually makes sense, and it connects all the points. But it's still a theory since there's no proof or anything like that. We cannot really give you guys a confirmation.
this guy.
Yeah.
There
Right?
we go.
So so I think he understands that there's a lot.
But as I said, it's always them. It's always them, bro. It's always fucking them. Somehow it's always them.
Lot of pressure here. Now, what I will say is this, Rad, and I have to say this because you're actually here. Did you see all the reports that came out from the intelligence community saying that Iran still retains like over 50% of their missiles, and
Yes, I did.
they're still having thousands of drones? Bro, what was it like?
We were saying
March
this.
1st, March 2nd. What were the Israelis saying? Oh, they got 100 launchers left. Oh, we've degraded.
It's been a month and they still have 50% of the stock of armament of missiles. Hey, Israel, if you were struggling now after a month, good luck, bro, because now the good shit is coming out. That's what I'm saying.
90% of their capabilities. And what have me and you been saying the whole time? Yo, this is bullshit. They got all their missile seats for the most part. They're still shooting drones. They're still shooting missiles. And it comes out today. U.S. intelligence, says Iran might still have significant missile capabilities of over 50%.
Over 50%.
Now,
bro.
I think, right, and this comes from Colonel McGregor, and I kind of agree with him here, that at best, we've taken out maybe 30% of their shit.
Yeah, it
But the
makes
New York
sense,
Times
bro.
also reported that
True.
the bunkers
I
that they're
agree
destroying,
as well.
people are going in there and retrieving the shit.
Yeah.
So even if they did bomb it, that must mean and I'm just trying to think here as like an IRGC guy or some shit. If the U.S. bombed a location
Tu es en licence et tu cherches un master qui réunit le meilleur de l'école d'ingénieur et de l'école de commerce.
Shut up.
and I'm going to said location to try to extract stuff, why would you take a risk like that if you weren't certain that you're getting something from there of value that could probably still be repaired? And I think it was either the New York Times or one of these main outlets said that they've been going back into these bunkers that are destroyed allegedly and retrieving stuff. So
Yeah.
I think that shows that even though we have bunker busters and we're hitting them, we're probably not destroying everything when we brag about this shit. So, hey, I don't want to say we're vindicated again, but once again, what did we tell y'all day 2, day 3 when Hexeth was saying 90% gone of their missiles, launchers gone? I remember all
Bro,
that.
that is so retarded. 90%. How does that make sense, bro? 90%. It makes no fucking sense. It's so stupid. 90%, bro. If it was truly 90%, I'm pretty sure the war would be over. It would have ended a long time ago. Iran would have noticed that they don't have the capability of continuing the fucking bleed strategy, and they would have probably stopped. But that clearly didn't happen. Like, bruh.
Now, what you guys say now?
Yeah, yeah. And to respond to what you said earlier, you said Trump is somebody who is cynical and he's obsessed with winning. And that's my primary concern here. That's why I kind of elucidated, or at least kind of drafted over to the idea of a
nuclear
tactical
bomb
nuke still being on the table, because
probably,
here's what I...
That's, okay, I do agree that probably that idea end up being on the table, but I don't think he's going to use it. Because if he uses it, he destroyed pretty much the Middle East. Everyone is going to be pissed at fucking the American and Trump. Bro, they're gonna lose everything. He's gonna throw everything away. He's gonna throw everything that America has, all the allies, the petrol, like everything that they have. I'm pretty sure if they use a nuke to destroy Iran, so Israel can have Iran and destroy Iran, America is gonna fall at 100%. I have no doubt.
think will happen in the next
I
24
don't think
to
if
48 hours.
I think he's intelligent enough to understand that he's not going to use a technical nuke. I mean, he's been crazy right now, but I think he still has a little bit of common sense. And I don't think he's going to use a technical nuke to destroy pretty much America as well as Iran falls. It makes no sense.
Launch this ground invasion, which is
But,
up for debate. It could or could not happen. But if we do go forward with this ground invasion, not only is the U.S. already in a position where we're kind of stuck in any way or any off-ramp is going to result.
Hey, by the way, Trump, fuck you. We're not going to fucking be part of your stupid fucking mistakes of the war. You tried to say NATO needs to be part of it. Yeah, fuck off.
And a loss, right? If we go the off-ramp of
Get the
pulling
fuck
out
outta
of the
here.
war and not securing the Strait of Hormuz, well, then the world is going to be in a global oil crisis, and
Disappointment.
we're going to look like we lost.
You're
And if we
supposed to be
pull out and
representing
go off-ramp,
the American population, and you're representing your country like this by being a cunt piece of shit. I'm disappointed. The first 4 years that he was president, I never seen such a good president, American president, bro. He did a little oopsies here and there, but in general was pretty good. Now he's like, what the fuck am I looking at? He's the worst president in America I've ever seen. Causing global problems to everybody, causing stupidity all over the fucking world. Like, what the heck?
we create some stipulation to have Iran agree to something, and we get some ceasefire, we open up the strait, well, then we just conceded and made the IRGC get what they want, and Israel's going to be unhappy. They're not going to be happy about that. And so who knows if Benjamin Netanyahu is going to be sitting between both of the negotiating parties.
This Benjamin Netanyahu is not going to be doing none of that shit,
members
bro.
of the IRGC.
He's going to probably do what he said he's going to do. He's probably going to say, you know what, since we didn't win the war, guess what, we're just going to nuke them. They're 100% going to nuke them. They're going to use their illegal nukes that they have, and they're probably going to say that it's America, so they don't get the fault on them, and at the same time people are not going to find out they have illegal nukes and an illegal program.
I read somewhere the other day that these peace negotiations were supposed to take place in Pakistan, and they had a heads up from several countries that the Mossad, or there were some Mossad assets ready within the province to assassinate some IRGC members, something that the United States and Israel has been doing to the Iranian regime for several years now. So that's one thing in regards to what you said with Trump being crazy. Very true, and that's why I
Yeah,
still
100%.
have not taken the whole nuke idea off of the table. I mean,
Yeah,
he's
the
saying he wants to
nuke
hit-
is on the table now.
Yeah, he's saying he
probably.
wants to hit power plants, he wants to hit their oil infrastructure and whatever. I mean, that's effectively the same thing because you're destroying the civilian population. That's a civilian targeted strike. If you do that, people will go without food, water, hospital supply.
And not only that, the nuclear waste would pretty much destroy the whole Middle East. That's exactly why I don't think Trump would use the nuke. I don't think so. I don't think he would use it. I think he still has at least a little bit of common sense. I don't think he would use it. I think the idea is in the table now, but I don't think he would particularly end up using that idea and actually doing it. I don't think so. It's too risky. He would be in the worst fucking position ever. The worst. Like everything that America has would crumble. I think that's what I think if they end up making that decision.
ICU technology, electricity for several days.
Everyone's gonna say, yeah, but they use nukes in Tokyo. Tokyo. In Japan, it was World War II. They won against the Germans, but the Japanese would continue the war. So they decided to, you know what, since they will have a nuclear bomb, we're gonna test a nuclear bomb to see if it works, if it's fucking good. Decide to use it. That was pretty much the only exception that there is. Right now, Iran, in the situation that we are right now in the war, Iran, the only thing they're doing is defending themselves. That's what the fuck they're doing. And everyone knows that shit. Everyone in the world knows that shit. Multiple leaders of multiple countries know that shit. So I'm pretty sure if he ends up using the nuke and destroying the whole Middle East, I am 100% sure that America is gonna fall. I mean 100%. More like 75 to 80%. More like that. Because a lot of allies are not going to be with some people that act crazy like that and attacking a country that clearly is defending themselves.
Lots
I
of
don't think
people
so.
will die.
I don't think the allies would
To move
continue to be
forward, you
allied
mentioned
with
the
them,
whole
with America.
IC or the intelligence
Trump
report
in general, pretty
that
much.
a lot of their missile carriers still exist. This is common sense. I mean, look, we had said since the beginning of February, most of Iran's critical military infrastructure is underground, hundreds of feet underground. We knew that from our intel during Operation Midnight Hammer, where we struck those 3 nuclear sites, and Trump said that we pulled back their nuclear plan and their nuclear progress years and years. But then in the address the other day, did you see he contradicted himself? He said, yeah, we actually only pulled it back a few months. That's why we went to war again. So he's been lying. But
Liar, piece
it's
of
obvious
shit.
that Iran is still, by the way, just 10 minutes ago, they let a
That
barrage
speech
of
was
cluster.
normie proof, by the way. That speech, that bro made that speech
Yeah.
to make it like bulletproof for normies, bro.
You, just you, building your app
I don't care.
on day
Fuck
44.
off.
Yeah, and that's
Jesus
why I
Christ,
responded to
fucking
it so
annoying.
aggressively. My most recent video is titled
So
like Riyadh
annoying,
goes
bro.
nuclear against Trump
It
because
kind of
all
sucks
of
the
those
fact that YouTube now has like a system that can detect if you have an ad blocker. And if you have one, you can never have good quality on your videos. It's so stupid. Simple, YouTube. If you don't want people to use ad blockers, how about you fucking reduce the amount of fucking ads we get on videos? There you go, simple. Solved. There you go.
lies
But
need
no,
to be
let's not do
dismantled
that.
because the average American, I told Sneeko this when we spoke the other day, and the average American is believing a lot of this. I know,
Yeah.
I hear
Yeah.
people at work, I hear people
Bro,
amongst the
90%.
yeah, a lot of people are
90%.
they're eating it
90%.
up, man. They're eating it up. Pause. And so that's why voicing against this and highlighting these lies, deconstructing them is so important, and it's imperative to the future of knowledge for our nation. But yeah, I do see that Pete.
I mean, let's be honest. I have to say it. American people are fucking stupid, bro. Like, I'm sorry. There's some intelligent people in America. I'm not saying that there isn't, but the majority is so fucking stupid that they don't care. So like, it's sad. It's sad, bro.
Seth has now been a little bit more quiet, and it's obvious. I mean, look, a lot of these missile launch platforms are mobile. They're along the coastline now. They've been mobilized to prepare for the ground invasion, but a lot of them are underground. And like you said, they're still going to these bunkers that have been hit and still salvaging what is left. And that shows you 2 things. One, these missile platforms, these missile launch carriers, whatever they are, they're strong and they're virtually indestructible. But secondly, They're underground so that they can salvage whatever's left after a U.S. strike. That's why they do that. Obviously, the United States is always going to guarantee they have air superiority over any country in the world. So Iran has effectively made everything that's of value to them underground. And so it's a situation where you kind of force the hand of the United States to take that last resort measure and go, we've got to put boots on ground. And that's what Iran is honestly waiting for. That's why they've set the war up so asymmetrically in this manner.
I do think now, so now they have done, okay, so from what I can see is this. The first step was, okay, we're going to trade missiles. We're going to kill each other in the air as well. And stuff like that. Okay, you attack us, we attack the Gulf countries. We're going to make sure that everyone bleeds. That's the first step. Now the second step is boots on ground. I think they were waiting for the... I do agree with him. I think they were waiting for the boots on ground. And now, if they end up doing boots on ground, the other thing I'm going to say is this. America, I don't think is going to win. And Israel, I don't think they're going to win. The advantage of the terrain that Iranians have, it's remarkable. It's 10 times worse than Iraq. In Iraq, they struggled. America, they did struggle. Boots on ground, they did struggle. So now you're going in a country that is 10 times worse than fucking Iraq. But good luck, bruv. Good fucking luck.
So that it can eventually meet Marines on the ground. So we're playing into their hands. And I said the other day,
100%.
this isn't asymmetric. This is just us losing. You know, of course, it's asymmetric from a proper definition standpoint, but ultimately we've been losing this war. It's been 35 days, and
35, yep.
you know, the reports from the MAGAtards was it'd be 4 to 5 days, then 2 weeks, then another 2 weeks, and then Trump said in the address just last week that it's going to be another 2 to 3 weeks.
Month
and so this might actually really stretch out until November, and who knows?
Iran
but if
has
we
been
go for boots on ground,
America
no way
Israel.
Donald Trump is going to end the conflict until we
It's very funny.
Yeah, we earned the nuclear enrichment program. We seize what they have, the enriched uranium underground, as Mark Levin famously said, and we destroy all of their military capability. And you think that's going to be a 2-3 week process, even a couple month process? That could potentially take years. That could take a long time. And in the process of doing that, Iran will become fractured. You know, as we launch boots on the ground, we'll probably hit their oil plants, we'll probably hit their electric plants, their electric grid, their water desalination, whatever they have that's critical for the civilian population.
But the thing is, if they do that, they're gonna attack the Gulfs for it. So they're gonna make sure that everyone suffers, so it's not even a good idea to do it. They're just playing exactly as Iran wants them to play. They somehow are like, they saw the chest, they saw the board, and they're like, okay, I know what to do. We're going to bait them in, and we're going to win.
The function, we'll hit that to make it easier for probably the ground troops to cover some sort of ground. But in doing that, we'll tear the country apart. And then, like I said a couple months ago, it will be a similar situation to that of Syria, where we'll see several
and they're going to destroy the Gulf.
Groups. Yeah, they're going to destroy the Gulf.
And niggas are going to die of thirst, bro.
Yeah.
Literally, those desalination plants. Yeah. Go ahead.
No, absolutely. Kuwait was hit. Remember that? Kuwait got hit, and they're probably panicking. And the Gulf countries rely desperately on these water desalination plants. And the UAE and the GCC as a whole have now vowed their allegiance to the United States about a week and a half ago. Through several media reports, they said that they're done sitting duck. They're done playing the middle negotiator, the mediator. Now they want to join the war and fight against Iran with the United States. And now that's put the final target on their back that Iran has been waiting for. Iran has just been striking them to kind of make it painful for the U.S. But now they're fighting against Iran, and the IRGC is like, oh, you're actually fighting us now? Oh, you're greenlit too, nigga. And so who knows what that looks like in the next few weeks. They've already hit the desalination plant in Kuwait. Now this is just going to let Iran unleash whatever they've been potentially holding back out of fear of hurting civilians in these countries. Maybe that's off bet, or all bets are off, rather.
I don't know. After they hit that desalination plant, I didn't see none of that rhetoric after that. Riyadh, I don't know if have you seen them get like, have they attacked or said they're going to attack ever since Kuwait got hit with the desalination?
Well, not Kuwait, but the UAE has vowed to fight against Iran. Okay. They're sending out naval assets to the Strait of Hormuz. They've sent out naval assets to support the USS Tripoli in the Persian Gulf. Saudi Arabia as well. Mohammed bin Salman armed up, and that's why Trump praised him. He said, and the Crown Prince, he's the best, and he's going to help us. That's why I love him. And so, look, it's beneficial for these countries to join the United States at this point in attacking Iran, because the IRGC is a loose end that, as long as they have a conflict with Israel and the United States, the Gulf countries are going to be the pansy. They're going to be the piñata for the IRGC to make it painful for the two world powers being Israel and the United States. They know that. The GCC knows that. MBS knows that. And so they probably joined the cause like, hey, man, we probably got to remove this regime. You know, they're depending on tourism in the next few years. We've said this many times. How the fuck to have tourists peacefully visit your place and invest when you've got these crazy Iranians across the Gulf?
Yeah, not only that, like, bro, niggas aren't making money. Their tourism is down, property's down 30%. They're not able to move oil. Like, that's their economy. So, yeah, I mean, you're right. Like, if push comes to shove, like, at this point, and I know what the UAE, it's personal, bro. They revoked every Iranian's visa. They're deporting them. They're getting the fuck up out of there. I think they closed the embassy and shit. Like, the UAE is, like, fed up. They're the most annoyed. I think because they're the ones that are suffering the most because the tourism is fucking them up, right?
Yeah.
With that. But I do want to say this. I want to touch on this because you were saying Trump pulling out with this.
You shouldn't have done dumb shit. You're getting the consequences that you deserve. That's what I'm saying.
Strait of Hormuz. There's another factor too, bro, that I think I noticed this earlier.
But it is what it is.
The other reason why Trump pulling out the Hormuz, pulling out without getting Hormuz back open, is it's going to be a double whammy. So I'll tell you why. He pulls out, looks weak, and then guess what's going to happen? All of our allies that purposely didn't want to help us with this war, France, England, Italy.
We don't care, bro. I don't drink that
Netherlands,
shit.
all these guys that said, no, we're not trying to get involved, they're going to go cut back deals with Iran. And they're going to come into Iran's sphere of influence and say, look, bro, you know, we didn't attack you with the United States. That's their problem. We didn't get involved.
Honestly, I do imagine us European or the European, yeah, I do imagine them doing that actually. Okay, I don't think it's probably what's gonna happen. I think it's a possibility, more like it.
We can still do business just like the Japanese did. The Japanese secured a backdoor deal right after being here, and Trump made that dumbass, you know, Pearl Harbor joke. So I foresee it'll be even more catastrophic than, you know, the image of capitulating. I think that's going to make our allies go towards Iran because now they need them to do business.
100%. And that's why Donald Trump is so stupid for saying that publicly. And Pete Hegseth also said in the Pentagon on March 31st that we're more than likely or more than willing to pull out because at the end of the day, these NATO countries need that strait and these Asian countries need it way more than we do, which is true. But that's a bad faith punishment. That's a bad look by the United States. And who's to say the IRGC isn't strategically banking on that? Like you said, to go, hey, the United States left you, but we're not your enemy and you're not our enemy. So we'll work with you to make some sort of lucrative gain from this strait being open for the benefit of you receiving oil. And that's catastrophic for the United States. And so that's why I said a couple weeks ago as well, we cannot pull out. We're stuck. Like, no matter which way you think we can go, every single way has a very damaging back-end consequence. That's short term. It's not even long term. If we let that Strait of Hormuz go and we don't secure and reopen it, well, then every single European NATO country, every single Asian country that are going to suffer from oil loss first are going to have to work with the Iranians. And the Iranians will be more than willing to do diplomacy with them because they haven't been backstabbing them and killing their leadership for several years. Trump thinks that he'll pull out of the Hormuz and then these NATO countries are going to fight Iran. Are you crazy? They just watched Iran whoop your ass for the last 4 weeks. You think they're going to fight them?
Never.
Bro, the Middle East, the Gulf states are trying to convene a Security Council to go to use military action to open up the strait. Guess who blocked it? Russia, China, and France.
France, yeah. Okay, I didn't know that. I saw France was getting into that, but I didn't know that all those countries had allied to block it. Wow.
France? Yes, bro, that's crazy.
France?
The French allied with the Chinese and the Russians to block
what the fuck?
in the Strait of Hormuz. Yo, you know what? This is what I mean when I say bad diplomacy is bad diplomacy. Macron is trying to get it back in blood, bro. I'm telling you, this nigga is getting abused by his chick. You know, people are constantly making fun of France. Trump has said a whole bunch of bullshit about
Trump
NATO.
Trump is making fun of him right now. He just made fun of him the other day to the press. He said, yeah, his wife hit him in the left jaw. or something like that. It's so horrible.
Like, yo, you got this. Think about this, bro. Like, this is what makes this funny. This fucking guy is a member of NATO, right? Which is designed to fight Russia. This dude is siding with his op to make sure that that one of their allies looks like an idiot and they're not opening the Hormuz.
Yep. And this
That's
is
crazy.
Honestly, this has turned into a mission for not only Iran, because this has been the goal since February 28th, but now this is growing and graduating into a mission for the global community to humiliate.
Wait, sorry guys, I'm gonna check one thing. Really quick. Sorry guys. No, that's not. That's not. Okay, there is none. Okay.
United
I'll do
States,
that after.
Russia, China, NATO. Because what has Trump been doing for the last 2 weeks? He went to
It's
Truth Social
ruining
and he
everyone.
said, well, NATO's a bunch of paper tigers, and he's talking shit about them. So now they're going, you know what? What the fuck this? We're going to work in tandem together, excluding the United States, the G7 countries as well, excluding the United States, 2 world organizations that the United States is a part of. They're going to exclude us. They're going to work together to make sure we look stupid and undermine us in any possible way to stop this war, or at least make sure it's painful and asymmetric for the United States to stay involved in. So top to bottom, it's really a shit show. And what was I going to say in regards to these EU countries? What did you mention? You mentioned something about China, Russia. Can't remember.
Yes. So China, Russia, and France. The Gulf states want to basically go to war, and they're looking for UN security, authorization to go to war. China, France, and Russia all blocked it.
Yeah. Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Fun.
really
That's
crazy.
funny. That's very
That's
funny.
big
around-
fuck-
Yeah, and I bet a bunch of countries are probably going to start doing that as well, like Asia, because if I'm not mistaken, Asia or several Asian countries are the first ones to receive oil from the Strait of Hormuz, like India. I think Singapore is involved in there and others, and so it's going to be interesting to see what they do once that gap is met and they can see that there's an oil shortage, or they're going to have to pay a huge premium for the oil, which Iran has already been saying it's going to be 2 million or whatever it is to open the strait up for certain ships to pass through. So maybe they're going to join that cause as well in militarily supporting Iran from the back door, diplomatically supporting them from the front or front facingly to oppose the United States even further. So yeah, it is a really, people are just thinking about how many soldiers are going to die and how this is a bad idea for the US, and the F-15, the F-35, and the F-16. That's all bad, but that's not even the worst part. The real cherry on top is how this is hurting us on the international stage, in which, mind you, me and you both had predicted. We said we're losing the moral high ground when we condemn Russia for invading Ukraine by doing the same thing in Iran for a worse reason, by the way. And now Trump is saying, well, we're going to pull out of Ukraine and we're going to stop supporting them, and we're going to stop supporting our NATO partners because they don't want to help us in this forever war. You're going to stop supporting Europe because they don't want to die for Israel like you. And it's like, hey, if you wanted to pull out of NATO and you don't want to be a part of NATO anymore, whatever. I don't think that's a good idea, but at least make the reasoning, because we spend more than the next 4 or 5 countries combined to contribute to NATO. We give them all the military assets. Maybe we don't receive the same benefit all the time from NATO as they get from us, but to make the reason that you're not supporting us in this war cucks us even harder for Israel. It's like the worst set of reasoning ever. You know, at least Trump could say, I'm worried about America and I don't want to be with NATO, but he's saying we're going to pull out of NATO because they're not cucking for Israel. That's effectively what he's saying, and that's the worst reasoning you can supplement. So that's another thing that I said the other day.
Yeah, you're actually right.
Yeah, I can't believe it. It's one thing if he had voiced a different set of reasons, but to say that we're not fighting for Israel is why we're pulling out of NATO. This is why the whole world is gravitating away from the United States power structure. And now this multipolar world is going to turn into 3 even powers, 3 equal even powers, probably being China, Russia, and the United States. Go ahead.
Oh, no. Keep this in mind, too. Netanyahu has to fly around French airspace.
Yeah,
that's something else. Like, if Netanyahu went to France, they would arrest him and give him to the ICC. You forget that shit.
Ça y est, c'est officiel, SpaceX prépare enfin son introduction en bourse. Et aujourd'hui, je vais vous montrer comment...
Like, Netanyahu is a wanted criminal, Jack, so like that probably...
Hey, Benjamin Netanyahu, go to France, bro. We'll, 100% will accept you.
I'm looking at this from Macron's angle. So he doesn't like Trump. Netanyahu's a war criminal. Like, this dude's constantly bashing NATO and all this other shit. Like, it's no wonder that he's like, man, f these guys at this point.
Yeah.
I'm gonna vote with Russia. That's crazy.
Yeah. And Netanyahu actually can't go to several countries. So now the fact that they're involving airspace is huge. And,
fuck you, bro.
We'll see what happens, but yeah, I think you're right, man. I think in the next 2 days, it's now or never for the ground invasion, you know? And we're giving the IRGC, by the way, the ground invasion was supposed to be, or it's been kind of imminent for the last 2 weeks. So we're giving the IRGC plenty of time to prepare. Remember, we're the ones invading them. You know, this is their home court. They've got home court advantage. They're just sitting and waiting. We're the ones who have to go in and actually effectuate some sort of change and cause damage. So to give them so much of a heads up as we've done so far, they've had over a month to get ready. And plus, since Operation Midnight Hammer, they knew that this would turn into a full-scale war. Rising Lion, 12-Day War, Midnight Hammer in June of last year. Now they're understanding that, you know, they've been preparing ever since, and they always were ready for some sort of ground element. And they knew there was going to be a ground element because of the fact that everything that's important to us, or that we're claiming is important, is underground. And they were talking about how they would get this nuclear enriched uranium from underground. You need specialized personnel who knows how to handle this radioactive material. It's super heavy. You might have to get millions of dollars of equipment and machinery underground to extract such material, and all the other stuff that is under there that we don't know about or what we're aware about. And so it could be a multi-year process after potentially defeating the IRGC. Let's just say in theory we do defeat them, to actually extract and get everything out of the underground bunkers that we're targeting can also take so much longer than people anticipate as well. And who knows what will be happening above ground. We're going to have to continuously keep defending these excavator sites or these construction sites that are removing the uranium. This causes for power vacuums where other military factions can be above ground and still be fighting and attack US personnel. So it's just like a shitty situation where the United States is not shielded from any sort of direction, and no country wants to support us. You know, at least Britain supported us in the Iraq war and other countries. No country is even diplomatically supporting us. Forget actually launching their military into the strait. No country is even voicing that they agree with this. Brigitte Macron just said on air like maybe 3 or 4 hours ago, or unless it was yesterday, and I'm seeing an old post, that the Iranian regime is evil, but what the United States is doing right now is incorrect, and Iran, just like any other country in the world, has the right to defend themselves per international law. And that's what they've been doing. They've been exercising their right to defend themselves. And you got to be an idiot to be on the wrong side at this point.
Yep. And China is blaming, China came out and basically said the Strait of Hormuz is closed because it's the United States and Israel's fault.
No, I mean,
wow.
it's true.
Wow, they said that in an official statement?
They made an official statement saying that there needs to be a ceasefire in the Middle East, and the cherry on top, Israel and the United States is responsible for the Hormuz being closed.
100%. 100%. And we're the ones who started it.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, they're getting paid in yuan from freighters and shit, so obviously they're a little bit biased, but I mean, it's true. It's fucked though. They're not lying.
Well, several other countries, there's going to be a loose alliance of all these other countries if there hasn't been already. Maybe it'll be written down on paper, but there's going to be some sort of coalition against the United States because we created this problem. You know, the Strait of Hormuz was never an issue until we allowed Iran to weaponize it, and we should have known better. This is a critical 20-mile passageway, I think at its widest point, about 21 miles of water, in which several ships pass through to supply oil to the world, responsible for 20%, like I said, or 1/5. And so we should have known that Iran, if they're not stronger than us militarily, was going to leverage such a vantage point against us. And they've done that effectively, you know, perfectly, unfortunately. So, and this is what I've said as well, for the U.S. to go, and we have all the military might, we have the weapons, we have the technology, despite it being shot down, we're still so much stronger. But even then, for the United States to go in and secure and then reopen the strait and then guarantee it's secured and reopened for ships to pass through is way harder, is going to take way longer, and is way more unrealistic than Iran to just throw a couple drones into the water and have landmines sitting ducks waiting to explode. So for them to disrupt it is way easier than it is for us to secure and reopen it. And that's another aspect of this asymmetric part we're talking about.
He made a True Social post earlier. And thank you to Nicklin for the kicks and Casaverde for the 5 gifted. Appreciate you greatly. And we take a super chat break here in a second. Fuck, I lost my train of thought.
True Social post.
Oh, he made a True Social post saying that we could close the Strait of Hormuz, we can open up the Strait of Hormuz very easily. I was like, okay, that's a lie. Yes,
bro, if you wanted to do this, why don't you fucking do it? It's been a month. Bro, is it in my ass?
Okay, can we open up the Strait of Hormuz? Yes. But are we willing to pay the price to get it open? No.
Yeah.
We're talking about dead soldiers, potential escalations out of control, power plants being done, desalination plants in the Gulf being destroyed. We're talking about a humanitarian crisis in all the Gulf states if the water desalination plants are destroyed, because 90% of the water comes from there. People are, bro, tens of thousands of people are going to die of thirst, cooked. So, you know, can we open it?
Introducing ClickUp Super Agents, the world's first
Get these
AI
Jewish
agent
fucking companies out of here, bro. You stupid fucking
but is
AI.
Trump prepared to pay the price to open it? No.
Nope. And then on top of that, check this out. Rerum just tweeted, Emirates Global Aluminum says its El Tawila site, which is the biggest aluminum refinery in the world, or one of the biggest site, will take 12 months to restore production after Iranian missile strikes. The complex is one of the largest in the world. So you got that. And then followed up with the fact that Kuwait...
Hey, that's what I'm going to say is this. Boom, boom,
foundation
boom.
plant got hit.
That's what I'm
and
saying.
there were
Boom,
reports
boom, boom.
yesterday that I had read from verified sources like Axios and others that said that they actually sustained way more damage than they initially reported. And it's going to take some time to get everything running back to full speed. So,
Oh, it's illegal in the Gulf, bro. People are. They said that some people are like damn near getting the death sentence for recording. Completely illegal in the Gulf to show damage. But sorry, keep going.
no, yeah, and people can't even honestly report it on the ground. But what we're getting from these verified news sources is that all of these oil refineries, these water desalination plants, aluminum factories, metal factories, whatever else is critical for the Gulf to make money, if they get hit,
The dog, bro. That's
yo,
good.
this nigga Frank is gone. Yo, why does he sleep like a human, bro?
That's cute.
What the hell?
This nigga's what the fuck? Yo, this nigga's cooked.
Yo,
All right, my
oh,
bad,
he's up.
bro. Okay, I don't know what. I think you saw us laughing at him or some shit. All right, my bad, bro. I didn't mean to train your thought, bro. That's
No, you're
That's
good. You're
cute.
good. You're good. That's hilarious. That was actually funny.
That's
Nigga
cute.
Frank,
My
man.
bad.
Yo, he's big now. What does he weigh now? Like 50 pounds?
He's like 50 pounds.
He's officially like a large dog.
Yeah, because you saw him last time I was in Connecticut when he was only like 3 months
Like
old.
a puppy. He was so small. Yeah, now he's huge. I gotta see him now. I probably can't even pick his ass up. But
Yeah, he's big.
no, yeah, I finished my thought. I was just saying that, you know, the Gulf relies on oil and they rely on rare earth, all of these other critical things that make them tons of money, at least from the economic standpoint. And Iran will have no hard time in hitting these
No hard
things.
time,
While
yeah.
there's a ground invasion happening, they can still deploy these missiles, you know, so
Easy, bro.
they can do
Yeah,
both at the
they
same time.
probably
I'm
can
sure
do
they
it
have the
both,
ability
yeah.
to do so.
They
But
can.
yeah, that's what happens when Mosaic defenses ensue and, you know, we try to take out their leadership. Doesn't make no difference. You know, they can still attack. But that's kind of really like all I really wanted to go through in regards to where we see the next 48 to 72 hours. But man, you've been live since, bro. Yo, what are you
Yeah.
you're running on? You're running on just spirit and fumes, bro.
Yeah. At this point, I'm just I've been on now. It's like 20 hours because I had like 8.5, and now I'm
20 fucking hours, bro. What? Goddamn, bro, that's the definition of hard work right there. What the fuck? 20 hours of streaming.
seeing it. I'm on.
Giving constant information about the war, about things that are going on, about the truth, about the politics, about everything. Jesus Christ, that's fucking impressive.
11 for.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is.
I wish
you
you were
got
there
the,
for me and Sneeko's conversation. We had a good convo about Iran and everything.
bro. I was so dead.
Yeah, I know. And then you had after hours that day as well. But
Yeah, man.
no, we had a
Without,
good.
no, but I listened. It was a good combo. It was definitely a good combo.
Yeah.
I woke up the first thing I was listening to.
Yeah, it was
Um,
really good. It was really guys.
You
if
gave
haven't
the
seen that, go
analogy
check
with the
it out.
gun, with a broken down gun. Actually, you know what? Yo, explain that analogy to the audience real quick for them because I thought that was a fantastic analogy.
Yeah. So hedging a nuke. So to give you context before I just give the analogy because it won't make sense. You know, obviously the United States, Stephen Witkoff, Jared Kushner, the Middle Eastern envoy, and Donald Trump, Pete Hegseth, everybody in the administration always weaponizes the fact that Iran is making a nuclear bomb. And you see conflicting
Even though
reports
it's
from
not true.
everybody. Stephen Witkoff saying they're a week away, and Mark Levin saying that they're a month away, or they got chemical weapons on top of that. And
That's-
so
that-
everybody's
no.
bragging about how Iran
That's
is
not
going to create this nuclear weapon within days or months, and they're going to destroy the world with it. And what people don't realize, besides the fact that there was a religious ruling called a fatwa in Arabic that was administered by the Ayatollah back in the early 2000s to never create a nuclear bomb. So
I mean,
they had
now-
a religious ruling that prevented
No, they probably don't have that rule anymore because of what's going on.
them from ever doing such a thing. But let's just pretend that's not there and grant that argument. Iran always had the ability to create a nuke, and actually they could have created one like a decade ago, way before Operation Midnight Hammer. The reason that they never created a nuclear bomb was because
Just
they were
because of
hedging.
respect.
And this is a political strategy where you do it in order to deter any country from attacking you, approaching on your borders, or really just trying to effectuate regime change. And why wouldn't Iran do this when they had more than enough reasoning to target such a mission? Obviously, they
True.
saw Afghanistan get toppled, Libya, Syria, several other countries that they are neighbor to in the region. And so for them,
Bro,
what was the
my
most
eye
important
is
thing
very
was
itchy. I
hedging
like,
a nuke,
bro,
not creating a
like,
nuke,
I
which
have
would be
nothing,
illegal according to the IAEA,
but for some
international
reason
law,
today, my
but
eye,
hedging a
Jesus
nuke
Christ.
so that they can prevent the United States and Israel from attacking them. That's why we hit their nuclear plants back in the summer, Operation Midnight Hammer, to set them back a few years, because after that 12-day war, there was a good chance they might have stopped hedging and actually created a bomb. So we actually had to set them back. They put Trump in a really compromising position. But hedging a nuke is like having all of the pieces of a gun, a firearm in front of you, whatever you will, maybe a Glock or whatever it is, and having it ready, but not actually assembling it and then loading it and having it ready, chambering it and actually firing it. It's just having the parts in front of you ready so that if anybody tries you, you can assemble that gun in a moment and use it if you have to. That's what hedging a nuclear weapon is, and that's a strategy that several countries have exercised before to protect themselves, and that's a right that Iran really has. And they signed a deal to limit the enrichment of the uranium from, I believe it was 60% or somewhere in that range, to down to 3% with the JCPOA, which not only took it pretty much slows down the process when you slow down the enrichment of uranium significantly, and Barack Obama did that so he can remove the fear from these.
Barack Obama was actually the one preventing war. Barack Obama pretty much prevented the war of Iran years ago. It could have happened years ago, but it didn't.
Neighboring countries and primarily Israel, that they won't be close to a bomb, but he can also create a path for diplomacy later on, so he can completely eradicate their nuclear program, something that Donald Trump sabotaged, which put them back to the 60% enrichment phase. So
which put him in the Midnight Hammer dilemma. And his dumbass sealed his own fate back in 2018 when he pulled out. That's what made him get into the Midnight Hammer, because of his stupid shit in 2018.
Yeah,
he actually shot himself in the foot.
He shot himself. Yep. He made the IRGC a terrorist organization. And so we pretty much did a deal with Iran, and then we said, fuck you, and we greenlit them to be killed. We killed all their top leaders, and then they started enriching uranium just a little bit more in 2019 and 2020. And then we said, oh, all bets are off. We're going to kill everybody. And they could have made a bomb several years ago. By the way, Israel has a bomb. They've got plenty of them, and they're all illegal according to the IAEA. They refuse inspection. They refuse to follow the rules. And Iran has actually been compliant.
No NPT. They're not signatories of the NPT. None of that shit.
Yeah,
super illegal.
Nothing on paper. Completely underground. And the other day, I don't even know who it was, but on Patrick Bet-David, some guy, I'm not sure who he was, he's like a white guy, younger guy, he said, well, part of the reason that we pulled out of the JCPOA was because Iran was refusing inspections and refusing to follow the contract. But actually, the IAEA, which is the International Atomic Energy Agency, they're responsible for monitoring nuclear programs, monitoring enrichment of uranium and everything else like that. They said that when they were inspecting Iran's nuclear program, when they were talking with Iranian officials, they were super compliant, very easy to work with, and followed all the rules. These are official statements from the IAEA.
Followed every single one.
Those are just another set of lies. Iran has always been more than willing to diplomatically work with the United States to remove the...
Like they wanted to work with everybody. They knew that if they knew that if we don't work together, things would go hectic. Like, Iran, they're not stupid. Like, come on, bro. Just prove that they're all compliant. They actually are good people. Like, bro.
Worry and threat of a nuclear weapon, on top of the fact that they were hedging, which means they would never create the bomb unless they were violently threatened, in which the only people that brought us to that point was Israel with Operation Rising Lion.
Yep, true.
I got something interesting here that I want to show you. Look at this, bro. Perfect timing. Look at this.
That was, So... that's pretty much the only update I can give you guys when it comes to what happened these couple of days. There wasn't a lot of things except, again, the plane going down and shit like that, and the explanation on why they're doing what they're doing. There wasn't like big thing. It's still the same thing. They're attacking the Gulf states and stuff like that. But now, let's talk about feminism. Let's talk about how it's bullshit. Let's talk about how it's time to change. It's not meant to become real men and women go back to the kitchen, pretty much. Here we go.
Instead of shaming women for what they decide to wear, how they decide to act, why wouldn't we instead focus on encouraging men to seek out the women who align with what they want?
Because shame is the strongest tool to get women to comply. If we go back to shaming, women are going to behave better because they don't want to be shamed.
Don't you consider that a lot of these women who could express themselves
still productive?
I definitely just...
I want to start the video. I want to see the whole full conversation, not parts of it.
Okay, so I definitely just want to have like a...
Oh yeah. Before I go to continue, I almost forgot. Don't forget to subscribe to Myron Gaines. Go subscribe to them. Go subscribe to Ancestor America. Go subscribe to Riyadh. Very good. Again, amazing channels that give us information. Very reliable. They show you guys proof and shit like that. They connect the dots, so they're very good. So go subscribe to all of them. And yeah, let's keep going.
Civil conversation. I
Sure.
don't want to, you know.
Go follow them everywhere and shit
I
like
just
that as
want
well.
to talk about your sign and kind of your thoughts on where, you know, the bring back that shaming comes from. I kind of want to get your perspective on why you think that's something we should bring back.
Well, because promiscuous women don't make good girlfriends or wives. So I want guys to understand that getting with these women is probably going to be bad for you from a long-term perspective.
Do you think that instead of shaming the women, then we should be encouraging men to go after
sorry,
women who
excuse-
fit
no,
with
sorry,
those
sorry, sorry.
moral values? If that's something that matters to a man, don't you think we should instead be teaching young men to go after those women rather than shaming the women for their existence solely out?
Yeah, but there's a problem right there. Is all women, there's not one, but all women are buying into the fucking feminist ideology, so they're all becoming pretty much sluts. That's the problem.
As a woman?
Well, here's the thing. The slut shaming will be a deterrent to other women that are thinking about being.
Okay. Well, are you a biblical man at all? Are you religious at all?
No, I'm not religious.
Okay, I was just wondering if that came into a kind of play with your ideals. I mean, I guess my question is, why do you think that bringing that negativity is going to be better than bringing forward positivity? So in the way of, instead of shaming women for what they decide to wear, how they decide to act, why wouldn't we instead focus on encouraging men to seek out the women who align with what they want?
Because shame is the strongest tool to get women to comply. Since women are communitarian by nature and they need the group, one of the biggest fears that women have is being ostracized from said group. So if we go back to slut shaming, women are going to behave better because they don't want to be shamed. Women crave acceptance from the society because they don't have the ability to, you know, fight their own fights and defend themselves against the element. Obviously, we live in a modernized world now where that's been taken care of. But for a very long time, one of the things that had women terrified
Jesus
was being
Christ.
ostracized by the tribe. This is why calling a woman or promiscuous or whatever hurts her so much, because it limits her ability to find a mate that will take care of her, right? If you got two girls that hate each other, what do they say to each other the first thing they say? You, right? Because women know innately that a promiscuous woman has less value in the mating game hierarchy. And shame is really the only way to like curb that to the
True.
highest level.
That is true,
because
100%,
women have a different tolerance for shame than men do, because women are relying upon the community.
Okay. Have you ever considered that maybe, you know, I don't personally, in my own personal life, whether it's happened to me or other women that I know, considered that shaming doesn't actually do anything? Because in my experiences of being shamed, or other women's experiences of being shamed, all it does is deter us from men. Because I can think of any time that I have been called a
Yeah, but that's what he's saying is, by shaming you, it prevents you from getting the men that you want. That's pretty much what it is. That's why we need to bring back slut shaming, because if you bring back slut shaming, women are going to understand that being a slut is not going to give you the men that you are after. So what they're going to think, we're going to behave better so we can get the men that we want. Simple as that. That's what he's saying.
else. All it's made me do is think, wow, some men can truly be very just kind of lustful and harmful.
To be honest, I would argue that women slut shame each other way more than men do. Because if a man slut shames a woman, there's consequences to that. You could lose your job. You'll be labeled a misogynist.
Because it's wrong, right?
What's that?
Because we shouldn't be doing it, right? That's why there's consequences.
No,
to slut
because
shaming.
because we live in a gynocentric social order that allows men to act like idiots with no consequence.
Well, aren't just a quick question here.
True. Women can do whatever the fuck they want. They do dumb shit and no consequences, bro. That's so true, bro. That's so fucking true. Oh, bro, it's so dumb. It's so dumb, but it's true.
When you're talking about, you know, the social order and that women, there's not as many genius women, have you ever considered that men set up the system in which women who could...
Bro, what do you mean men set up the fucking system, bro? Everyone has the same fucking opportunity to get up there. Like, if most women can't, it's because sorry, you're not good enough. It is what it is. Like, what?
been geniuses of their time were stuck instead
Like,
taking care
bro.
of children at home, or they didn't have access to education when in reality they could have been geniuses. Have you never considered that maybe that's a big reason of why you're seeing this is because of the system that men perpetuated.
Yeah, but the thing I'm trying to say, well, number one, there's not that many geniuses, so that's like an exception to the rule for women because men dominate that. And then as far as, what was the second part of your question?
I was talking about how don't you consider that a lot of these women who could have been considered geniuses or to this day still could be considered geniuses are trapped in that ideology of women need to be at home, women aren't allowed to express themselves, and also in the past how that's been perpetuated with women not getting access to education, women being
Well, we've overcorrected that now. Women are absolutely dominating in college attendance and everything else.
Yes, but that system does not.
And they still, bro, they have the most freedom that they ever could. They have more rights than all the men. They literally have more rights than all the men. And how the fuck are you doing worse even though we have all the advantages? Explain to me, bruv. Even here in Europe, you have more advantages than men. And they still do worse. Explain to me, bruv. How does that make sense? You have the most, all the advantages, you have all the opportunities. Somehow you're worse. Don't come like, bro, like it makes no sense, bro. It makes no sense.
Go away just because we've changed things.
Makes
Now
no
that's always
sense.
going to be perpetuated with any oppressed group. There's
No,
always
we
going
still,
to be perpetuated.
so we actually have a gynocentric social order. What I mean by that is the female way of thinking and the female way of doing things is the right way of doing things. Now it's enforced by men, right? Most police officers, military are men, but it still pedestalizes the female experience and the female opinion.
Well, is that why we're seeing so much legislation that's against women's reproductive rights, for example, or against women's bodily care? Is that not something that...
Well, at least women have reproductive rights at all. Men have zero.
What reproductive rights do women have that men don't have?
Okay, so let's say you have sex with someone and you get pregnant. He can say, please keep the baby, and you can say, you and abort the baby, and he has no say whatsoever.
There you go. That's the first right that you have.
Yeah.
So like women have reproductive rights that men will never have.
Except women are losing those rights, so we don't really have those rights.
Yeah, it's been
men
delegated to the state.
Men are attacking those rights.
Yeah,
and
well-
actively. There was recently a legislation, I forget which state, that was proposed where women would have to...
Yeah, but the thing is this is even if in your state you cannot abort the baby, you can just fucking fly to another fucking state where it's legal and you can fucking do it. So it changes nothing. Like, bruh.
catch their abortions.
You're missing the point that at least you guys have the privilege of being able to have those reproductive rights versus men have zero reproductive rights. And what's even crazier is you can have the kid and then put him on child support after the fact.
Right, but I
So
think
women like
another
still,
thing-
even though I see what you're saying, I see your
Right.
grievance. What I'm saying is you at least have the right. The men have nothing.
Well, could we at least discuss then that,
True.
you know, if we have
That
the
is
case
true,
of like a
bro.
single mother or a single father, when a man leaves, it's, you know, the responsibility falls on the woman. And, you know, you're like a lot of, like, I know what will pop.
I'm not arguing why. I'm just telling you that's what it is.
Right.
So,
yeah, I completely understand. I'm just,
because you're making the argument that like, oh, women don't have the same accesses and privileges. What I'm arguing that women have more rights and privileges than men do in today's day and age.
okay, so do you
Way
think
more.
that, do you think that women and men have equal say in a pregnancy, for example?
They don't.
No,
women
they
have
don't.
all the same.
I'm saying-
Women have so much leverage on that.
In your ideology, do you think that men and women have equal part in making a child?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's 50-50. Yeah,
Okay, can I ask why you think that?
because you need sperm.
Right.
To get pregnant.
But only one of those parents is carrying the child for 9 months, giving up.
Yeah, but the fact that you don't have sperm in the first place, how the fuck are you gonna be able to have that baby for 9 months? There's a logic. And then there's more to it. There's more to it. It's not just sperm, but it starts with the fucking sperm, bruv. What? Like, what
Their
the fuck?
nutrients of their body, risking things like gestational diabetes, risks with pregnancy, while the man does not have to do that. What is
Yeah, but he needs to keep you safe. He needs to pay the bills. He needs to make sure you're comfortable. He needs to, bro. Like this is what I don't understand. It's like you think that you think we actually fucking do nothing. It's fucking incredible.
30 minutes for a man is 9 months for a woman, plus childbirth. I'm just curious how you think those things are equal.
Well, fathers are extremely important, right? So
Right.
yeah, you bear the baby, but the man is supposed to be protecting, providing.
Yeah, he's protecting and providing to make sure that the baby is healthy and you're healthy. Like you're saying that you're doing everything and the man is doing nothing. No, he's making sure that the base is there so you don't fall. How is that doing nothing? It's fucking outrageous.
At least if we're talking about tradition,
Yeah.
right? So that's why two parents are so critical.
Again, but Yeah, I guess where I'm coming from is I just don't view those two things.
Like, we understand you bear the baby for 9 months, you have to give birth. We understand that. But if you don't have a house to be able to be comfortable, like food, water, like bitch, what? Huh? To be able to actually have to be able to be 100% sure so that you're good, that you can carry the baby for 9 months. The other things that usually are in your responsibility, or they end up being on top of the responsibility of the men already. So I'm gonna explain this. Men have their responsibilities to do as men. You become pregnant. Not only they have their responsibilities, but now you have your responsibilities, and they have to take care of you twice as hard. So they are doing a lot for you, so you can be comfortable and actually be able to be comfortable in your 9 months and be able to give birth. Like, I don't get it. Why can you not accept that they actually fucking help you? Why is it so hard? They do help.
Considering how much we have to give up of our bodies and our nutrients and our time and everything.
And they do have to do the same shit as well, so you are comfortable. Like, bro, like it's fucking incredible.
That we give up for a child. I think that, there is more responsibility on the woman because it is something that she has to sacrifice for her body, whereas the man contributes a small part to it.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, I think you're missing the point of my argument, which is like, I'm saying that you can have your opinion on what you think matters more. What I'm saying is that men don't even have a say in the matter. Right. You're arguing why they have a say. I'm just saying they don't have a say in the matter. Which goes back to what I'm saying, that women have more...
Anti-abortion legislation is proposed by men.
What was that?
Is that why a lot of anti-abortion legislation is proposed by men?
There's women that support it too, but at the end of the day, like, men are going to be on the hook for that as well. So, like, because they're going to have to pay child support or whatever. So you can always drive to another state and get an abortion, right? Or
it's really not that simple, though. Unfortunately,
it is. You can literally just go to another state and fucking do the shit that you want to do. Like what?
Because women have been imprisoned for that, doctors have been imprisoned for giving women abortions. It's really not that simple. And also, there have been laws in place to make abortions difficult for women to get, such as laws that even state the parameters of what an abortion clinic has to look like, the color of the paint on the walls, the inches and centimeters between things.
Again, you're going into like the details,
right?
And I acknowledge those details, but what I'm telling you is that women at least have the ability.
They have the ability.
Do they really have the ability, though?
The fact that they can do it, it's already not equal. It's already, you can already see that you have the advantage.
Yes, they do.
All right.
And men, they have, even if it's 50% of the time, that's still better than 0% of the time.
Okay, but all right.
Women are the final decision makers. Also, there's like 33 different forms of, birth control, like, and contraception. So it's like, we've made it where not only do you have abortion rights, you also have a lot of contraception. You have the, Plan B, which you could buy anywhere. So women have lots of ways to deal with this versus men have none.
Like, bro, they have nothing.
Yeah, well,
you have no
unfortunately,
say.
Plan B contraceptives don't always work, and sometimes...
Bruh, this is a bitch that clearly doesn't want to accept how reality is right now. She knows she's losing the argument, and she's trying to find ways of, like, winning the argument. Instead of understanding, is like, yeah, that's true.
You will do everything you can to prevent a pregnancy, and you will still get pregnant. And I feel like that responsibility falls on the woman, especially for talking about a minor or, premarital sex. In which someone
Once again, you have the access to it versus men have none of that. That's my point.
Men do have access to contraceptives, however.
But they have no access or rights over the child.
They do. They
don't. There's so many proof of it. There's so many people that have filmed actual guys that want to keep the fucking baby, and they were crying, they were begging, and the woman's like, no, I'm gonna abort the fucking baby, and the clinic has to do what the woman says. It's like, what about?
They don't?
They do make the legislation, unfortunately.
But I'm talking about in the confinements of that relationship, he has no say. You're talking about the lawmakers. I'm talking about in that particular relationship, that woman has the right for everything.
Yeah, but you were discussing that women have the right to abortions, which is on a federal level. So that's why I'm bringing up.
Actually, it was delegated to the states.
Well, okay, at state level, women are. If you're going to discuss abortions, which is a political issue, you do have to acknowledge that men have acted on making that impossible for women.
Again, You're talking about the legislative process. I'm talking about at the lowest level, women have the opportunity and the ability to dictate everything. That's what I'm saying.
All right. I just want to get your thoughts on that. Thank you for talking with me.
No worries. Who's up next?
Bro, what the fuck was it? She kept keep coming back to the simp point. That's pretty funny. I'm gonna watch a simp. That's what I'm gonna say, bro. I'm gonna click immediately so here so we can immediately see the full conversation. I don't want to see the the little. I want to see everything.
So I think a lot of the reasons people have like not being able to beat you in a debate. Like I don't want to be here to beat you. I'm here to understand kind of some of your points. So I think you have really strong reasoning, but the problem is like your conclusions. You're taking overgeneralizations and then making them an individual person's problem.
This is a simp, or this. I mean, for this argument, it's not really a simp. It's more like someone that doesn't understand that when we see a majority of a population and a minority of the population, usually you're gonna say stuff when the majority of the population, called the majority, gonna make assumptions of the majority. So let me give you an example. Let's say that most men are bad apples. Why am I saying most men are bad apples, or just men in general are bad apples? Why? Because if you pick the whole man, like the man in general in the world, for example, and the majority are bad apples or they're bad people, we're gonna say that they are bad people, even though there's exceptions to the rule. But again, the exceptions don't make the rule. They don't. They just don't. They don't make they don't. The fact that they are not the majority, they don't make the rule. Since there's more one side than the other side ends up taking the, I would say, the spotlight pretty much.
When really it's a systemic issue and not something that a lot of people have control of. Like, for example, women's equality, you're saying women don't want to be in positions of power when really it's a systemic issue of them historically not having the opportunity of a position of power.
But the thing is, they have. Look at Mexico. Mexico is what it is right now because a woman is running it. Kamala took care of one state, destroyed the whole fucking state, bruv. And she wanted to be fucking president of America. Like, what? There is proof of it. Those are already two examples. Bruh.
You know what I mean?
I would argue they have way more opportunity than ever before.
You mean right now or historically?
Yeah, than right now, yeah.
Yeah, I think I agree. So I want to know,
and they don't go.
Do you think
why are you?
Women are mentally less superior than men or only physically?
Well, the thing is this. We think differently, okay? And since we think differently, that is going to obviously change the way that we view the world. So, for example, women tend to be more communitarian, right? They yearn for security. Why is that? Because they're physically weaker than men. So the collective is very important to them. This is why they tend to vote Democrat. This is why they tend to be more socialist. This is why they tend to look for social programs, social welfare programs, versus men tend to be more, in reality, about meritocracy. And you got to go out there and get it yourself. Yeah. Right?
That's only why I would say when it comes to politics, men vote more towards the right and women more vote towards the left more. That's pretty much what it is. Because we value like hard work, like thinking very, very logically, business and shit like that. And that tends to go more towards the right. And then social people, community, that's pretty much, and protections and social laws actually give benefits. Those are more towards the left. That's why women go towards more the left.
That obviously applies itself to the way that women vote or view the world or whatever. Now, there's some women out there that might look at meritocracy better. These women tend to have, a stronger father in place, or maybe they're strong masculine.
Could you define meritocracy? Background? I don't know what that means.
Like basically like a pecking order, like 1, 2, 3. So like, Tom, you did the best, you get paid $10. You did second best, you get $8. So like men understand dominance hierarchies, right? Sure. Like when you play pickup basketball, right?
Right.
I get pick first, you get ball first. Cool. So men go ahead and pick, all right, I'm taking him first. Like we understand this because we compete all the time. Yeah. Women don't really operate that way. Like, and they showed this with like kids. When little kids play, girls, they do hopscotch, jump rope, patty cake, games that don't play dolls, games that don't really have a definitive winner. With boys, they play things where there's competition because it's in our nature.
Okay, all right. Can I say this? I think the problem with that is...
That is 100% true, bro. You can come at me with whatever argument you have because you are gonna fucking lose, bro. I'm sorry. It's 100% true. Since we're little, we are fucking little, we want to play fucking. We play with cars, with races, and who wins the first one, the second one, and then there's the third one, top 3. Then we play football. The one that has the most scores wins. Like, we always are competing. That is true. 100%. That is true. 100%. That's true.
You're saying women don't operate that way as a statement that's overarching all women, when it's really a statement.
Okay,
that
this is
to some.
we got to operate
It
generalities.
applies to some. I think
generalities. In general, women don't have the same proclivity to understand and respect meritocracy to the same degree that men do, because we live in it. They participate in it when they want. We must be in it whether we like it or not. We must compete. They don't have to.
I think that's true, and I think that must comes from, a historical problem, but I think it's still systematic, because you're saying that it's women overall, and you're saying that's affecting their decisions as individuals.
I don't like it, bro.
That doesn't apply to all women necessarily.
But bro, you're dodging the point. He's talking about generalities. Again, if there's a majority of, a community, there's more of this than that. That means the community is this. Why? Because there's more of this than that. That's how it works.
Something that might happen sometimes, and you can see a situation where,
why are Muslim countries called Muslim countries? Because there's a sagging majority of Muslims in those countries. Holy shit. And then, of course, there's other factors that come in, like religion, culture, and so on. But why do we call the Middle East the Muslim countries? Because there's a sagging majority of fucking Muslims. That's why we call them Muslim countries. Because there's a lot of Muslims there. Why is it so hard to understand this? Like, I don't get it. It's something that, for me, and like, I see so many people not accepting this. It's not about accepting, it's understanding and say to yourself with your own brain and logic, it actually makes sense. But some people don't want to, like, what?
This woman doesn't understand the pecking order of a basketball game.
Like, what?
Maybe it's because they're too short to play basketball. Obviously, they can't play basketball. They don't have that choice. They're physically less superior. But that doesn't make them mentally less capable of understanding the situation. You know what I mean?
Not really. They make a lot of emotional arguments. You've seen the women that came on here. What did they say?
I think it was emotional because you were really good at making people angry by overgeneralizing and then making it a personal problem.
Perfect. Notice how even the men, when I triggered them, they were able to somewhat articulate their grievances, but with the women, they're not. You guys caught on to that? So every time one of the women walk by, hey, what's your problem? They can never actually articulate what the problem is, right? They just, all they heard was something that they didn't like, triggered, and they didn't like the way I made them feel, but they don't even remember what I said. But with the men, a lot of the times, they get mad or they might get triggered, but they're at least able to recite back to me what triggered them. That's a fundamental difference between men and women.
And do you think that's something that applies to all women across the earth? Or
of course
just the ones
not.
You've talked
but
to
women
today?
are more emotional than men are.
You could say that generally, but I don't think you can say that as an overarching statement for all women, period.
Dumb idiot, bro. If there's a majority, we're gonna say all women then. That's how it works.
I never said all. I never said all.
You say women, and then you never say some.
Okay.
You never say
this
most,
is the IQ test again.
Women.
When I say women,
let's
I
go.
mean in general. It's never going to be all.
Yes.
Nothing is ever going to be all. There's always going to be exceptions. Are there women out there that are brilliant that have, a 150 IQ that are, astrophysicists, whatever? Sure.
Okay.
Sure. But for every one of them, there's going to be 10 men that can do the same.
Do you think this has anything to do with the way that they're raised and the way that culture makes people raise people? Like in America, there's a lot different
this guy is a
system
simp,
of a family.
bro. He's such a simp.
I don't know the culture of another country.
I would argue that we encourage women to
sorry.
attend school and become just like men and pursue a career, and yet they still aren't involved in certain things. So, I would argue that women are totally encouraged to go and get you know what? Women are more encouraged to go to college and get a career than have a family nowadays. So it's actually the opposite.
You really think that's true?
Absolutely.
Yes, it's 100% true.
American history, almost every form of media.
I'm talking about now.
Well, right now, even in media,
right now,
women are still raised
if
as
a woman was to drop out of school and have a family,
you are the biggest fucking simp and the biggest fucking oblivious fucking man I've ever seen. How are you not fucking seeing this? Even here in Europe, we tell women to go to get a career more than actually getting a family. What do you want about? Even here, it's the same shit. How the fuck have you seen? Like, what?
Identifying like that.
Most other females would look at her as a failure.
Wait, can you say that one more time? I couldn't. There's people talking on me.
I said, if a woman was, let's say a woman was in college,
Yeah.
and she dropped out to have a family, her female peers would probably look at her as a loser. Like, motherhood is no longer respected. That's
It's
why
no
birth rates
longer
are so low.
respected. Yeah.
That's why
Like
women
that's
pursue
a
education.
assumption that doesn't really apply to anything that's
What
happened.
the fuck
I've never
is
heard of
this
that
guy,
happening
bro?
ever. You know what I mean?
Bro, this guy.
Okay. There's more women. I wrote a book on this. Why I'm deserving even less, by the way.
Really?
Make sure to
Okay.
go get it.
Big author.
Women prioritize traveling, having fun, partying, going to school, and getting a career nowadays far more than having a family. Like having a family and finding guys like in 7th place in a woman's hierarchy of needs nowadays or wants.
Okay, so you're still standing by the claim that women are biologically mentally less superior, not because of a culture.
Oh my gosh,
or
bro, this
in
guy.
the way they're raised or a
This
particular.
guy is a simp,
I mean,
bro.
there's some
100%.
biological differences that influence
I think
their
the
decision making.
I think the biological difference are restricted to physicality, and then the mental things are problems of a systemic.
No, it's not true. It's not fucking true. Like, biology also comes to mental. Like, what do you want about? What? What is this guy on about?
Cultural tradition.
No, because women dominate college attendance and they dominate higher education.
Yeah, that's the thing. They dominate everything when it comes to studies, and they still do worse than men. They have all the leverage, and they still lose. So it doesn't come to a culture, how they raise. No, it's come to biology.
And yet men are still overrepresented in STEM.
I mean, I guess so, but that's just the way it's been for a long time. It's kind of hard to just
Bro,
have
this
like
guy, bro.
where are the women
This guy's
supposed
a
to just all of a sudden like
You
take
are
over
a
and be
simp.
50-50? Like
You
that's not
clearly want to
realistic.
get
You know what I
laid.
mean? But I think what's realistic is saying that they are
See,
capable.
the thing is
and not
is that-
saying they're biologically less superior.
Okay, you could look at like the Scandinavian countries, for example. They're even
Right.
more egalitarian than we are. What ends up happening is women still go into the same job fields
Sorry,
typically.
I don't know the word egalitarian. What does that mean?
Bro, equal.
Equality, basically, like in an equal society.
Okay.
It's the concept of equality.
That's
So
in Scandinavia.
yeah, so in Scandinavia, like those countries which are far more progressive than we are, right? They're like 10, 15 years ahead of us.
Sure.
Women, pretty much are in the workplace, everything else like that. Women still go into job fields that women dominate more over there. So even when women are educated, they still go into job fields that tend to deal with people, social work, etc. And then men tend to go into job fields that men typically want,
Yeah, I
right?
think
Women are
that's- I
interested in
think that's
people,
fair.
men are interested in things. It's just a biological difference. And those biological differences do shape how we perceive the world and what we go into later on.
Okay, I think that's
True.
true. I think it's fair to say that biological differences lead to decisions in individual decisions. Like a woman.
So what does that lead to? That biology 100% affects your mentality because you're changing, you're making your decisions through biology. Then, like you literally just admitted that the biology 100% affects your mentality. That's it. What you just did. You just admitted it.
Woman is more likely to be maternal and more likely to want
So
to
what was all of this shit about for the past like 10 minutes?
take care of kids
Like
and work
what?
in a daycare. But if a woman does want to work in STEM or do mechanical engineering or something like that, I don't think there's anything mentally making them less superior able to do that. I
Again, there's
think the
exceptions to
reason
the
they're not-
rule. I just
Exactly.
explained that. I explained
So
that to you. I
think the
said
only
for
problem-
every one woman that's
Okay.
brilliant,
Yeah.
right,
There's
that like has a
10
150
of
IQ,
them. There's
there's going to
10
be 10
men.
men that have that same level of IQ.
And do you
Does that
think
make
that's
sense?
biological? That you don't think that has anything to do with the system or like the way that culture
No.
is, traditional?
No, bro. Like, bro. Women have more. They're dominating. They're dominating colleges, unis, everything. That when it comes to studies, they're dominating everything, and they still go to work. When it comes to, they can still go to social work. That's pretty much what they do. Like, how can you say that they're at a disadvantage? Oh, because the culture is like this. No, it's not. It's clearly not. It's the opposite. Women have more leverage now than ever, and they still pick the other side. What the
That's
fuck?
America. or
Men
in other
typically tend to
countries.
be on the more extreme side. So there's more genius men, right, than women, but there's also more men than women. So we dominate both spectrums of the side of the.
Wait. Say that. Can you
Equation.
say that one more time? There's more genius men and more men.
Yeah, so we dominate both sides. So most geniuses are men.
Most geniuses are men. Okay.
Yes,
That's
but
one claim.
also on the negative side, most are also men.
So where do you
True.
think the women fall in that equation?
They're kind of a little bit more in the middle or so.
They're just like
Yeah, they're kind of more in the middle. But what I'm trying to tell you is that the people that push the needle for society are the geniuses, and those are the men.
I mean, I guess, but
Well, it's just
I don't
hard
think
to
there's. I don't think
understand.
that's biological.
Bro, this guy is so stupid, bro. I'm sorry I have to say it. Why the fuck am I looking? What am I? You're so lost, bro. You're a lost puppy, and you're never gonna find your fucking path, bro.
It is.
I mean, you can stand on that point, but I still think you're overgeneralizing the statement and making it into
Oh my
something
gosh,
that it's not.
you're just at this point. I have to say, you're arguing to argue. You're acting like a fucking woman, bro.
By making an individual
Like, bro,
conclusion of a
It's so
generalized
funny.
statement. So I mean, I did actually enjoy the conversation. I don't think
Dude,
there's
do you
anywhere
guys
else
get
to
it?
go.
I don't know, man. It's just like, dude,
I mean,
look,
I
I don't know if
feel
some
like
girls
it's
in the
a part
crowd
of the
that you want something like, and you're trying to, put the cape on. I said,
up?
I don't know if there's like a girl in the crowd that you're trying to have with, and like, hey, baby, I'm gonna fight this guy for you.
I'm not worried about the people in the crowd.
But like, the fact that you don't understand like the basic concept that like men and women are different, and that absolutely influences the way that we view the world, which then also influences what job fields we go into and how we perceive things. Like, this is just the truth, and it's been shown in many different ways. Like I said,
100% is true.
countries, whatever. Men and women are different. Does that mean that there are women that could do what men do and can be geniuses and rocket scientists? Sure, but there's not enough of them to go around. That's my point. If we had to rely on female ingenuity only, we'd be.
All right. Well, I think that's all I need to hear from the argument, because I do understand your point. I don't think we.
No, you don't. Oh, the fact that you kept saying the same shit nonstop every single time he gave you like an example or an explanation, and you still came up with the same fucking goddamn conclusion, same answer, just shows you did not understand.
Come to an agreement, obviously, but I appreciate the conversation. I think that was pretty productive. So thank you.
Who's up next?
Bro, this guy, that's funny. Is there timestamps? Oh, there is. Well, it is what it is. We have to watch from the beginning.
Trying to make an authority claim and saying like, well, you're not married, so you can't talk about this. I'm trying to explain to you, okay, a man's value is based on building a name, building a legacy, then a woman gets the privilege of sharing that last name.
That's tradition.
Okay,
That's not
so that's how it.
anymore.
That's how.
not what a lot of want.
Can you stop interrupting? Like, this is painful.
That's tradition. Everything that you have to say is like fallacy and ignorance. Like, it's all tradition.
No, you're being stupid, bro.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing well.
Wait. Oh my god, it's a trend. It's another one. It's another one, guys. Another one. Not gonna lie. I did not notice. I just noticed right now.
I believe like many Americans are beginning to push back against harmful ideologies like the ones that we see today, like where just spew rhetoric instead of like actually problem solve. A second ago, I believe it was a up here who asked you about your stance on it and why you choose to focus more on our social issues instead of things like and yeah, of course. And your answer to that was something to the effect because like that's why you have been almost censored or maybe shadow banned on social media, which I do want to push back against a little bit because Candace Owens, which is someone that I have one of like the utmost respect for, she actually is, I guess, marketed as an anti-Semitic person, and she has like the world's top podcast. So I think it's definitely, she's a symbol that it's possible to advocate for something that you are actually passionate about that's going to change the world as opposed to like just create stronger issues. Which leads me right into my question. Your appeal to like your audience reminds me a lot of Trump's like populist approach. It was always the elite versus the people. The elite versus the people. That's too tall. The elite versus the people. Like it's the people against the elite. When really in your case it's like young American men against. I think a lot of American men.
I mean, if you put it like that, if you think about it, it is what it is. It's exactly what it is today. It's literally young men against whores. If you think about it, if you really, 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 really think about it right now, that's pretty much what's going on. Women they're just fucking everybody. They have shitty personality and stuff like that. They're pretty much, I think like whores used to, I mean, they still do, but back in the day, when a whore was described as like having sex with a bunch of dudes, having a certain type of personality, certain type of clothes they wear, and so goes on. So in these days, everyone, bro, I haven't seen one woman that skips that shit. Even I've seen it. Like, bro. So in Belgium, I live in the city, but in Portugal, I live in pretty much a village, and even in the village, it's pretty much the same thing. So, like, bro, you cannot say that that's not true because it is true. I'm sorry.
They were able to see.
I'm sorry, but
a lot of American men, including people like myself, trusted in Donald Trump, and they wanted to kind of see him like make America great again. When I first heard that stance, I thought, well, there's nothing really wrong with making America great again until I understood like what exactly that entailed. But to get to the fruit of my question, why should a lot of the American men here trust you when you embody the leadership role and the ideology that the person who let them down the most embodied?
Okay, so to first address your thing about Israel and Candace Owens, etc., I think it's important to note that I've been talking about the problem with Israel and power in America way before October 7th.
Yeah.
After October 7th happened, then it became more acceptable to be able to criticize Zionism and Jewish power.
Yeah.
But I was doing it way before like it was okay. So that's why I got censored. I devote quite a bit of time to talking about that because I have two different shows. I got Fresh Offend. I also do my debrief show, which is more political. Do them both like almost every day. Now, as far as like the populism that you're referring to, look, if you have a certain ideology and you're able to speak for the masses that can't speak, what ends up happening is a lot of people back you because the things that I say, a lot of men think or agree with or feel, but they can never say because they don't want to lose their job, lose access to certain resources or whatever. So. I think the ideologies that I have are not necessarily the same as Donald Trump.
Yeah, I mean, I think that a lot of them are similar when it comes to just like his own look on toxic masculinity, the anti-feminist movement. So when I say you have similar ideologies, that's the ideologies that I'm referring to. I guess like the answer that I'm still like missing in the question is. A lot of American men here, I'm sure they're like 18 through 22. By the time that they are age, like 37 through 40, they are like wanting the American dream. That is maybe 2 cars, a four room home. They want a wife. Like, why should they trust in a person who does not embody anything that they want in their future? Like,
because I teach them how to look at the world from an objective standpoint and not believe the lies that they're told. And I tell them you got to make money, you got to get strong, you got to be competent, you got to have your stuff together, and then you choose if you want to have that family and be in a position where you're actually deciding what you want to do versus like being told what you need to do.
Yeah.
So that's why
my concern
I tell guys
is that young men aren't being told that they shouldn't be successful. Actually, in America now, they're being encouraged to be successful, and it's not because of rhetoric like yours, but it's just where we are in our time with like inflation, etc.
Like I agree on the part that technically the system in itself, they do push people to be successful, but I don't agree on the other part because if you think about it, women these days, they are pretty much the ones that have the leverage on the fucking relationship. They're the ones that they tell guys what to do. That's what's the problem. That's what he's saying, is if you work hard, you become a big boss G on every field. So physicality, competence, money, getting money, you become the top G pretty much, bro. You're the one who makes the decisions. That's what he's saying. He's talking about it in a relationship perspective.
That's where we are in our economy.
I would actually disagree with that, but that's fine. I mean, you might not watch my content, but like we actually dedicate quite a bit to teaching guys how to invest in real estate, how to do invest in indexes, cryptocurrency, all that other stuff. I have a whole show devoted to helping guys with that.
Okay. I guess the last thing that I want to say is I believe that we can exercise like our freedoms. I believe in the First Amendment, whether it's for me or against me. I disagree with almost everything you say. I agree with a lot of you say like when it comes to the economy, but maybe like more social issues. I just think it's kind of. But I think that we're able to exercise our freedoms without like ostracizing and exiling like from in-group context. I also do want to say to the
I don't think we should have the right to vote.
Okay.
I can said that shit immediately.
Well, this also is not like when I hear you say that, I'm like, wait, what the hell does he mean by that? It's like I always hear these buzzwords like this person is a conspiracy theorist.
I have one thing to say, people. The way you vote through your emotions. So what are you gonna vote? You're gonna vote for the fucking left. And every single time you vote for the left, it's dog shit. You know why I say that? Because every single time the left is the one at power, dumb shit happens. A bunch of problems come up. That's all I'm saying.
Or this person is progressive. Like, what does the word progressive mean? It just means that someone who is able to like learn and move on from the 1800s. It's not the 1800s anymore. Like, can vote.
It's not about the 1800s, bro. It's not about the 1800s. The problem is you vote through your emotions instead of like understanding the campaign, understanding the logic behind it, and so goes on. That's the problem. Is you guys vote through your emotions. Oh, this person makes me feel like this, I'm not going to vote for him. This person, on the other hand, makes me feel like this, so I'm going to vote for him. That's the problem. You shouldn't vote through your emotions. You should vote through your understanding, your intellectual on the both parties. Okay, that party, there's some good points there and there, but there's a lot of bad points when it comes to taking care of the company. What the fuck? Taking care of the country. Oh, but that point, like, there's a couple of bad points when it comes to social, but in majority of the points when it comes to our country, very good. What you're gonna do? Vote for the ones that have a majority of good points than the majority of bad points. That's how we think. You all vote because you like him or you don't like him. That's literally the difference. That's why he's saying you shouldn't vote.
Jobs are in group now, so like we'll never be at another time where
that's only why
aren't
he's
able
saying
to prioritize education. And I don't think that a lot of men here. I mean, I don't know. I don't think a lot of men here don't want that for their. I think they want their women to be educated. I think they want their.
No, they don't actually. If you want to know what men actually want, I'm telling you already, they don't want the exact same shit that women want. They want something completely different. That's what I'm saying.
But it contributes to society.
No,
that
they
also
do
goes
not.
against our constitution.
Not really.
Like 19th Amendment.
They
We want women back in the kitchen.
We want women back in the kitchen. Yeah, that's exactly what we want. Now. It's dark, bro. So you called me. Now you want to call me, bro. Now you want to call me, bro. You want to call me, bro. How you doing, bro? Hey, so you want to watch? I mean, you have you're watching my stream, so you can watch my stream, bro. But yeah, as I was saying, we want women back in the kitchen. We don't want women to actually go to work. Why? Because that's not what men like. We don't like what you like. You want a man that's competent, this and this and this. We don't like women like that. Now, this is the argument where today's economies, we need the two parents to work. I agree. I'm not disagreeing. But if you end up being in a position where you can finally be comfortable, or like, not the man, more like the woman, I think the woman should work and actually take care of the household. That's what he's saying. That's pretty much what he's saying.
Being submissive, listening to what we say.
No man
like,
actually
no,
wants
like,
that.
you know, I don't know if you're a man or a woman. Like, not to be an asshole, but like, guys don't typically want women that are gonna embody masculine traits. We don't want that. We want a girl that's gonna be a girl. Just like don't want a guy that acts like a girl. We don't want a girl that acts like a man.
So I think that's the problem. Like, why are we defining the ability to vote and the ability to have education as masculine? Like, that does not belong to masculinity. That belongs to like what it means to be intelligent. Like a person.
You say that, but when you look at women today's day and age, they are more rude. They're more competitive. They argue to argue. They always try to compete with men. So if you look at for dumb shit, bro, like you put the bread 1 centimeter away from where the bread is supposed to be. They come here, they give you a chaos. They give you chaos. They destroy the whole house, and it's like, fam.
Perfectionist, but not at that point.
No. But women are like this, bro. You see my mouse, right? You see my mouse on the camera. Yeah. So imagine my mouse is here. It's supposed to be like this. If I change it like this, it's chaos in the house. That's the difference. We don't want women like this. We don't want women like this. We don't. I'm sorry, we don't. They immediately stress out for dumb shit. They immediately stress out for dumb shit. Like, bro, we don't, like, no one wants that. No one. Wanting
to get intelligent is not a woman who wants to like be masculine.
It is masculine. Women tend to become more argumentative. They are always competing with men for some reason. which makes no sense. They always want to argue. They are annoying, rude. These traits, you know who has these traits? Men. Men are the one who actually fucking have these fucking goddamn traits, bro. And you learn how to get these traits through school. But the difference is we see it because we have these traits and we understand how you got them. You, on the other hand, you don't care. There's a difference.
Take an initiative to better like our minds are naturally communicative like entities. It wants to learn. It's literally a muscle. So like why should go against their natural like
they can read in the kitchen
order?
True. That is true. That is 100% true. You can legit
Why
just
is she drinking from a...
It's water.
Yeah, but...
Yeah, it's a big bottle of water. I know.
Damn, bro.
But it is water.
That meme where it's getting bigger and bigger?
Honestly, having a big bottle wouldn't be that bad if you think about it. It means...
Just take a barrel next time.
Okay, a bottle is a bit too much, bro. Like if it's for wine, it's like okay, I understand, but it's water. Like I think that's more than enough. I think like it can always be reliable, you know.
It makes no sense. You just say these clip farming
again, but there was one YouTuber where every time he went to drink water, he bring a bigger cup or bigger something every time.
That's pretty funny. Until it was a barrel, a fucking barrel. You're telling me you're telling me the next time he's gonna fucking drink water is gonna be a fucking truck, bro. It's gonna be a
big cup.
It's gonna be a big truck in his room. Like, can you pour all that water down me? I'm fucking thirsty, bro.
But you know just like the normal cups, but.
The normal cups.
Giant size.
Dark, I'm gonna give you the sentence you just gave me. Do you know the normal cups? They're like giant sizes.
No.
That's no, but I'm telling you, this is what you said. Do you know the normal cups are like giant sizes? If they're giant sizes, it means they're not normal. It means they're giant sizes.
No, but the normal size of a cup, but
yes.
In giant.
So they're not. So you're telling me that they're not normal.
No,
that's pretty much what you're saying.
It just looks like the normal ones.
You mean the style of the cup is normal, but the length and the amount of volume that the cup can hold is significantly bigger than the normal cup. Because you're saying a normal cup is giant. But it's not, because it makes no sense.
The same style.
It just has the same style or the same structure, I would say, but it can get more volume of water.
Yeah, just very big. I should really find that video now. Fuck you.
No, but I'm gonna continue this one.
Things and you like appeal to only 18-year-old boys, and in 20 years these will not agree with you anymore. Like that's literally just
actually they'll agree even more so once they get into
even more.
I'm sorry.
Bro, I started watching Fresh and Fit like when I was 20 or 19, and now I'm 23. I agree like twice as much. I agree twice as much now. It's so true. It's so fucking true.
I agree even more so.
It's because, so true.
Again,
as I'm getting older, I'm understanding more and more, and I'm agreeing more and more. Like 100%.
When I talk about shouldn't have the right to vote, it's because they don't have to join the selective service.
Selective
they don't have the same responsibilities.
Yeah, they don't have the same fucking responsibilities at all.
My issue is they have all the authority of men, even more so I would argue, with not the same level of responsibility. So I look at it like, if you're going to go ahead and have all this responsibility, you should be able to have some authority alongside that.
Yep.
And also, vote puts in, let's just be very candid about this. If we had to rely on the one vote, Kamala Harris would be president right now.
True. That is 100% true, bro. If Kamala Harris would be president, America would, in 1 month, gone. It's gone, bro. It's gone.
So, and
True.
she mentioned how, guys like me and Andrew Tate kept her from out of the election, so W for that. But, from winning. But the vote is what puts in
I'm trying to
Democrats with their progressive ideologies that allow for more mass migration, for more handouts, for criminal cities, etc. And the other, I don't know if your mic is on. And the other thing that's also important is that by nature, they're communitarian. So since they're communitarian, they don't have the same understanding of merit, okay? And unfortunately, they apply this into the way that they vote and the way that they view things because yearn for security.
So yeah, I hear everything you're saying, but basically what you just said that rang as a red flag to me is, you said it was like people like you who influence the voting in Donald Trump into office, which like no one is actually happy about that. Like no one's happy about Donald Trump being in office. So like I think you
better
just
than Kamala.
Your own point.
Yeah, it's 100% better than fucking Kamala, bro. Kamala would be president, America would disappear from the fucking face of the earth. No, Jesus Christ, what the fuck? God damn it, bro. I should have used it. God damn, I should have put the paper. That was stupid. I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, I do agree. Like, even if Trump is doing dumb shit, he's being like pretty much the worst president ever, if you think about it, I still would probably vote for Trump again than Kamala, bro. Kamala would make fucking America disappear from the face of the earth. It would never exist again. I'm sorry.
Anything better than Kamala? Like children in Gaza are dying. Like inflation is only rising. Like the gap.
And they were sending bombs to Gaza. Remember, October 7th happened under who?
I'm sorry.
October 7th happened under who? Biden.
It was not even Trump. It was
That's
Biden.
all I have for you. Thank you.
Yeah. No worries.
So I think that we should have like learned this from the McCarthy era.
Wait, she came back? Sorry, not a she. He came back. Sorry, he came back. It's a guy, by the way. Just to let you know. Hello there. Hello.
Yes.
He's a guy. Okay.
Like where we accuse our neighbors of like being communists and just like of these
I don't care if people are not happy if I'm saying that he's a guy, because he's a guy. He has a penis, or even if you say, he doesn't have a penis. Chromosome X and fucking Y. There you go. Chromosome XY proves that you're a man. Biology, don't like it, don't give a fuck. Reality is reality, it's the truth.
As crimes instead of holding our like government to holding our government accountable. Honestly, I think it's totally okay. It's your right as an American to believe in and to spread any ideology that you want. I think it's not up to us. At the end of the day, the facts are we are your target audience, not the other way around. So it's not our job to like change your mind as much as it is your job to change ours, which isn't working for a lot of high IQ individuals. Apparently,
what?
But I
actually the majority of my audience are not college kids. Actually.
Well, like I'm saying, when you go on your tours on college campuses,
it's not my target audience.
Your tours on college campuses, at least, is what I'm speaking to. Like the event that's going on today. But I specifically wanted to speak to like your understanding of using the in group and outer group and ascribed and achieved. Like obviously, no individual is ascribed intelligence. Like an individual is ascribed like race, siblings, etc. But as far as achievements.
Not gonna lie, just by listening to this idiot, I already don't wanna, bro. I wanna. If I was Myron, I would be like, can you stop talking for like 1 second? She's been on and on and on and on, and it's like, fam, could you just give me your point? What is the point? Why are you reading me a book? I just want the 1 page. Like, fam, Jesus.
Like intelligence.
I'm sorry, this is so annoying.
The act of having intelligence is an achievement in itself. So you being a man,
bro, look at Myron, bro. He's so bored. Poor Myron, bro. The fact that he has to endure this shit from these fucking progressives and these lefties. Like, goddamn, like, Jesus Christ. I understand him because like I had similar experiences when it comes to people that are progressives. I've had the same experience. I have. They're the fucking worst, bro. Like, we give an argument, we give our position, and they come to the mic or they come to like have a conversation with you. They end up not even giving you a conversation. They end up insulting you, and then they actually finally end up giving you an argument, and then we counter argument. They don't try to prove why their argument is actually good, or they don't try to defend it. They insult you again, and then they run away. It's like, fam, we're two citizens. We live in a society. We learn how to talk, how to argument correctly as two citizens. Why the fuck is it so fucking hard to have a normal conversation. It's so stupid.
You wasn't ascribed this platform. You worked for it. You went to school. You got it. So you achieved it. And many other do that. Now, why aren't able to do that? I think the facts are
because you still pick, bro. Why aren't you be able to thrive at the same as men? Simple, because what you guys pick doesn't give you a lot of shit. And this is how I'm going to explain why. When women finish school, they go to social jobs, psychiatry, medicine. They go to shit that is social. Guess what? You're not paid a lot there. What do men pick when they finish school or they drop out of school? They go to construction. They go to accounting. Accounting? No. Yeah, it is accounting. Accounting. They go to a bunch of shit where we know we're going to get paid a lot of money. There's a difference. That's why you guys are not getting the same shite. Why is it so hard to fucking understand the two perspectives? The perspective of a woman and a man. Why is it so hard?
We don't like to.
That's how it works.
People of like progressive ideology.
If people make the right decision, if people pick the right job, if people pick the right opportunities, they deserve to get paid more. If your woman make a choice to earn less, you deserve less. I'm sorry. That's how it works. If you pick a job where you earn $1,000, you deserve $1,000. That's how it works. But men, we say, okay, we want to win the big bucks, bro. We're not here for 1,000. We're here for 2,000. We go do a little bit more work, and then we say, okay, now I'm ready to go and say, okay, I want 2,000 bucks. And we end up getting a job where we earn 2,000 bucks. We work hard to get more money. You guys don't want to try to work hard to get money. You want what's enough. You guys you make a choice of you guys make the choice to earn enough. We make a choice to say to ourselves, enough is not enough. We need more. So we go for more. So we make the choice to go for more. Why? Like, and it's been proven in like many statistics and like in life in general. Like, I don't understand.
I don't like to talk about it
so
much,
difficult?
but for so many years, we actually weren't given the same opportunities that men were given. So there was an inequality.
And now you have all the opportunities in the world, and you guys still are picking jobs that are paid less. This just proves that even though you have all the leverage, even though you have all the privileges, even though you have all the opportunities, you still pick jobs that earn less than men.
Okay.
It's true, by the way. It is true.
Je parlais dans mon jeu, mais ok.
Oh yeah, I thought you were talking about like okay after I said what I said, you know. But it's true. Women go to psychiatry, they go to medicine, they go to shit like that, to social jobs. Those social jobs don't give you a lot of money. I'm sorry, they don't. While men go to construction, they go to accounting and open a business, and so goes on. Over there, we earn more money. Like, why is this? It is true. It's true. It's literally true. There's many studies that actually prove that shit. Like, I'm sorry.
In between, like, in group, out of group, what they could.
What's the argument?
A government.
What's the argument?
I'm saying that your argument is all based on. It's not.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a cup of water. I'm gonna come back in a second. Actually, I do need a little bit. Okay, I'm back after a cup of water. Let's continue the stream. Some good water. Pretty good. Pretty refreshing.
Is it opinions based and it's like still based in 1803 versus like we're in 2026 and actually do have the opportunity to have many of the opportunities and outperform you and the things that you do.
Yeah, but they still pick the side where you don't win.
Like Candace Owens, for example, like that's one of your peers and she out.
Yeah, but that exception doesn't make the rule. Most women still pick jobs that are paid less.
Performs you. So I think it's totally possible. Like this whole myth that men are born.
We make different content, significantly different content.
You guys talk about social issues. You talk about.
They're so. He's so tired.
You guys are in the same space.
That we are not.
You're in the same space.
We make significantly different content.
You guys were literally.
She has a different target. She has a different base than I do. We talk about completely different things.
Yeah. So because you attack 18-year-olds and she attacks.
Okay. What is your actual argument?
That was
formulate your argument. What is your?
I gave you so many arguments. You didn't respond to any of them. I talked about ascribed and achieved. I talked about the difference between in group, out of group. I spoke about communists. I literally gave you 3 points and none you.
You're just like.
None of the which you like actually spoke on. The reason why you keep saying, "Oh wait, the red girl her talk," you talk
because she was heckling. Because she was heckling the whole time. So I was like, "What do you got to say?"
It's clip farming. Like you came to Ohio University expecting to talk to a whole bunch of angry students, but we actually talk about that's real. So you want the angry people to come up here and like kind of yell at you and
no, because they walk. Here's the thing: they walk by and they heckle, and I say, "Well, what do you got to say?" And they can't say anything.
That's not the reason. That's not the reason at all. The reason is because like. Drama sells. This conversation.
Okay, let's go through this one by one. Let's go through this one by one. What am I wrong about?
I'm sorry. The in group, outer group, achieved, ascribed. You like intelligence isn't just like you weren't born. They're like, yeah, Myron Gaines. Like you are an intelligent human being. Like no, like you worked for it, and so many other women worked for it as well.
Here's the thing. With men, we have to become successful. With it's elective. Okay. A woman can choose if she wants to be a career woman or a mom or be an entrepreneur or whatever. We don't have the same.
Men have the opportunity to do that now.
No, we don't. We do not. What are you on about? If we choose to become a stay-at-home dad, we're a fucking failure. We are called a loser in society. What are you on about? What is this guy on about, bro? He's smoking some coke. Out of his finest, bro. Like, huh? He's snoring that shit. I'm sorry. What the fuck am I listening with my only right ear? Because remember, my headset is broken, so this left ear, I don't hear anything. But my right ear, I hear fine.
Don't actually provide just as much to the household as man. So if you want to be a stay-at-home father, you can do that.
That doesn't work. Here's the thing.
Yes,
that doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
It does not work. It doesn't work. It looks like it works on paper. When it comes to fruition and actually putting it to practice, it actually does not fucking work.
That can work for many other Americans.
Most women are not going to accept a stay-at-home dad. It's just not real.
Okay.
It's a minority,
but it's possible.
It's significant. Just because it's possible doesn't mean it's probable. And this is like progressive talk. Oh, it's possible. It's possible. It doesn't mean that it's probable. More than likely, most are not going to accept a guy that wants to be a stay-at-home dad.
And I can say
Again, you're making an argument for a small percentile. I'm telling you how things operate in generalities, and then you're coming in and giving like exceptions.
I could say the same about your argument as it pertains to you teach the college students that they have to become this certain man, and honestly, a lot of don't want the man that you want them to become, and it's clear because you're 40 years old with no family. Like it's everything that you have no family, you're not married. Like literally everything that these college boys will want, you don't have. Like you literally won't have. You literally won't have.
Now,
and I don't mean that as an insult. I truly don't. But I'm just like, in fact, in actuality,
like,
a lot of
what the fuck
American
am I
men, by the age of 40, they want a home, they want a dog, they want a marriage. You don't have any of that. So why should they trust you? Why should they listen to you? We made that same mistake with Trump, and you still never gave me that argument.
Okay, so I'll be honest. I don't know if you're a dude or a chick.
That does not matter.
But let's assume that you're a chick, even though I don't think so. Right? Pick who they have sex with. Would that be fair to say?
Sorry, can you say that one more time?
Women select who they have sex with, right?
I believe all individuals select who they have sex with. Yeah.
Not really. Control who has sex because the men are the gatekeepers of sex.
So the men here, they're just not controlling who they have.
Okay, we got a dude here, so he doesn't know this. Okay, so I'll explain this. Women are the gatekeepers to sex. Okay, men are the gatekeepers to relationships. Men don't every single guy that comes alongside that comes in and says gonna get laid. Just like I'm not gonna marry every girl that comes by and says I want to get married. What you don't understand is.
That's because of social action.
Well, you should know this, actually.
You guys have been taught to do that since the 1700s, in the 1800s, and even the early 1900s.
My head hurts from hearing this idiot, bro. It fucking hurts. What happened to humanity, Dark? What happened? How can it come to this? Because I have a headache. From this shit. Explain how did humanity end with the conclusion like this, bro? After the beautifulness that we had in the 90s and in the 80s and 70s, how can we come to this? How? Send help, bro. Send help. There's a copium, bro. We need the copium. We need the fucking copium, bro. Can you send me the copium, bro? Can you pass the copium? Do you have copium, bro? No. That sucks.
Were forced to be in the kitchen. They didn't have an opportunity to be in the.
That's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about.
Do what they want to do.
Because you're trying to make an authority claim and saying like, well, you're not married, so you can't talk about this. I'm trying to explain to you.
I'm not.
I'm trying to explain to you that a man's value, okay, a man's value is based on building a name, building a legacy, then a woman gets the privilege of sharing that last name.
That's tradition.
Okay.
That's not
so
actuality
that's how it,
anymore.
that's
how, not what a lot of women want.
Can you stop interrupting?
That's
like
tradition.
This is painful.
That's tradition.
Shut the fuck up.
Like,
this
is crazy. This is absolutely ridiculous. You're just yapping, and you're not like letting me respond.
I'm not. Everything that you have to say is like fallacy and ignorance. Like it's all tradition.
Get this fucking idiot out of here, bro. He clearly is a progressive piece of shit that clearly doesn't want to have a civilized conversation with someone that doesn't have the same worldviews as him. Clearly, you can clearly see.
We are in 2026. Like, it is not what you were born into 40 years
Fucking
ago.
idiot.
Like, this is literally 2026.
Yeah, like, again.
Okay, go ahead.
Men select who gets married, select who gets sex. For you to sit there and say, well, you're not married, so you can't talk, that's absolutely ludicrous because we don't play by the same set of rules. The measurement of success for a man is not the same measurement of success for a woman. It's a woman's job to get married. It's a man's job to be successful and then marry who he wants. That's how it goes. Okay?
Joe, keep praying, my nigga. Here we go. Bro, I do you know the Kardashians, by the way? I have to ask you this. Dark, do you know the Kardashians? Fuck a manga bitch. Do you know the Kardashians? Like, do you know them? So you know those women, you know, American women that had like a show and shit like that, like, and then especially the sex tape that was revealed in a couple of years ago, and then that woman that has the sex tape, years after end up marrying Kanye West, and so goes on. The Kardashians, pretty much. You know, right?
I guess, yeah.
So, one of the daughters, or more like the daughters, more like one of the sisters of that said particular Kardashian that married Kanye West, end up giving like, I guess advice. I think it's advice. I'm not really sure what, if it was information or advice or like the truth. I don't know. I do not know. I'm not sure exactly what it is because we're about to fucking see it. But I think it's her opinion, and it doesn't. It's such a bad opinion that it has such influence that it ends up ruining women somehow. But you know what? I just don't want to explain to you. I just want to show you at this point.
Also, look at this. This is Khloe Kardashian. Speaking of women, comedy right here.
So yeah, so this is the sister of the woman that married Kanye West, or at least at the time. It's still, she's still sisters now. I'm not saying that she isn't, you know, but yeah.
Number one, and this goes out to everyone who's watching. Stop asking people what your body count is. You're never going to like the number. If
this is true, she's actually correct about this. I tell you guys all the time, don't even bother asking a girl her body count because you're never going to get the truth and you're never going to like the answer. But the reality is like women that have a problem with it are, if we're going to be honest.
True.
If we're going to be 1000% transparent here, okay? And Rich Cooper said it very true here. If it didn't matter, then why do women lie about it? Precisely.
That's
if someone said right 1, there. You wouldn't like the number. You'd be like, okay, that's weird. Why so low? If someone says 100, of course you're not going to like that number.
Actually, it's the opposite. Like if men end up if women were actually honest with the men they were dating, I would say, or like they were on a date, and they were actually honest, and they would say, yeah, my body count is 1. We would be happy to find out that she actually has 1 body count. That's all I'm saying. But of course, if it goes above 2 or above 3, then it would be like, and I would say above 3, more like above 2. If it goes above 2, then we wouldn't be happy. But if they actually are honest and they say we have 1 body count and we actually like there's proof of it. I say there's proof of it. Like we're ever gonna have proof of that shit. But I think most men will actually be happy finding out that she was actually honest and she only has 1 body count. But okay, I'm just gonna continue.
Who the cares?
Women clearly do because they don't want to tell the truth about it.
Women
I would argue women care about it more than men do. If we're going to be honest. Women actually care about it more than men do.
True.
That's why y'all lie about it.
True.
What does this mean? What does this mean?
Now, I think someone put all her boyfriends here and it was already at like 15 or 20. That's just the guys that like her boyfriend. So we know for a fact she has at least 15. So multiply that by like 4 or 5.
Goes out to everyone.
Well, someone is talking about me. God dang. People are gonna hear this and gonna be like, what are you on about? Oh, God damn, I can't even explain why I said that. Okay. Okay, now I can I? No. Okay, is it over, bro? No, so are you done?
No.
Oh, okay. So the reason why I said a lot of people are talking about it, or someone's talking a lot about me, is there's this thing in Japan where if you sneeze a bunch of times... Oh, Jesus Christ. If someone talks about you a lot behind your back, Oh, Jesus Christ. I can't even respond properly because of my fucking nose. Are you down? It's not. Fucking annoying nose, I don't lie. I mean, I guess allergies, but again, there's a saying that we say in Japan where if you sneeze a bunch of times, it means someone is talking about you behind your back. Now, if it's good or not, we don't know. But yeah, that's a saying in Japan. And every time I sneeze a bunch of times, I always say there's someone talking about me. I always say it, always. But do not know why, but now, like, since I've heard that, every single time I say it. But, oh, Jesus. Let's continue.
Asking people what your body count is. You're never going to like the number. If someone said 1, you wouldn't like the number. You'd be like, okay, that's weird. Why so low? If someone says 100, of course you're not going to like that number. Who the cares? What does this mean? What does this matter to you? Who cares? We have to let go of that.
The fact that she has a cross pisses me off because you're like you said you're pretty much saying that you're Christian, but after the amount of fucking dog shit mistakes and the amount of shit that you've done that is counterproductive of your beliefs and counterproductive for your religion, just prove that you're not Christian. That's all I'm saying.
My opinion. Number 2,
that's what I'm saying.
There are double standards in life. Like, we just gotta understand that.
And women benefit from almost all of them. This is the only double standard that women don't benefit from. But honestly, for all the other double standards they benefit from, this is nothing.
Men, their number should be higher than women's.
But it's not a lot of the times.
But it's not.
Why? Because getting sex for men is significantly higher, bro.
It's because of
the amount of men that have a high body count pales in comparison to the amount of women that have a high body count.
Let's be honest.
Like, I don't know. I just think all men have a lot of sex.
See, bro. I mean, are we surprised about
That's not
that?
true.
Like, you guys shouldn't be surprised. This is how women think. Now, you guys got to understand.
How is a woman that, like, has the money that she has the power that she has, and still doesn't know that most men actually don't have a lot of sex, or they have no sex at all? Like, a lot of dudes actually want to have sex with a bunch of girls, or want to have sex with one girl, and they never do it. They're always like, they don't do it. Like, it's incredible how someone can be this oblivious. Most men are not having sex at all. They're not having no sex. I don't know where the fuck you got that shit from, bro. But she is retarded. Fucking retarded, I have to be honest. I have to be fucking honest, bro. You cannot lie. Like, I'm sorry, there's no lie here.
That, like, a lot of women think that every dude's running out here smashing chicks.
They were
right?
not.
Like, these
They're
women
not.
really be thinking that, like, dudes are running around here just hella.
No, we're not.
You want to know why? Because the men that they're around, a lot of. For her,
Yeah,
she's
true.
a celeb.
True. That is true. Because the men she fucked, they fuck a lot of girls. But most men in the world, they don't fuck a lot of girls. That is true. That's
So
true.
all the dudes she sees are a lot of. You guys got to get this very ugly truth down, okay? Most women think you're invisible, all right? A lot of you niggas in the chat, I'll be honest with y'all. A lot of you guys in the chat, women don't even think they don't even look at you as a human.
True.
Very ugly truth.
True.
Very, very ugly truth. I'd
That is
say
true.
80% of you guys right now in the chat, now you're trying to be an asshole or none of that bullshit. You're invisible to women, bro.
That's
Me just going off
reality.
numbers alone. Me just going off
Unfortunate,
numbers alone.
but it is what it
80%
is.
of you in the chat, you are invisible to women. I'm sorry. It is what it is. You might as well be in the shadow realm.
Time to send you to the Shadow Realm.
I love this, bro. That just
future
sounds
is
like so good.
Nigga said, oh, I love, but they don't love you. Okay?
True.
Because if women, right, actually saw you niggas as human beings, they wouldn't say stupid shit like this. Look, listen.
Like, men, their number should be higher than women's. Like, I don't know. I just think all men have a lot of sex.
She's so wrong. But again,
You're
women
so
always go
wrong,
off
bro.
of what they see around them. They really
You're
have
so-
no incentive or need to figure out men.
You're
You guys
so
get this?
wrong.
There's no
You're so
incentive
fucking wrong.
whatsoever for women to understand men or
So
understand the
fucking
male
wrong,
experience.
bro.
Why? Because they don't need to attract men. You get that? You need to understand women to attract them. They don't need to understand you for them to attract you. Say that again for you niggas. You need to understand them to get them. They don't need to understand you to get you. Okay?
Sure.
This creates a crazy dynamic where most women don't have to understand men to get them. And if you don't understand men, why the would you care about their plights? The only men that they might get to know a little bit are the men that they deal with, which a woman like her, only celebs, buddy. Only celebs. She's a Kardashian, which means you got to be clouded up and have money to even for her. So she's already
True.
dealing with like the 0.001% of guy. So of course to her, yeah, like guys are just running around having sex. Bro, this is a famous talking. Guess what? Even regular think like this, bro. Do you get that? Even regular think guys are running around just smashing everything.
Yeah, true. Even a regular
girls
woman
think this
think.
way. She's a celeb,
True.
but regular girls think this way.
Yeah,
So what
true.
does that tell you? I'll tell
True.
you what it means. I'll connect everything for you right now. It means that whether it's a celebrity woman or a regular, they don't give a about
Don't give a
regular.
fuck. Yeah.
Ta-da!
Yeah.
The regular guy, number one, you're invisible. Number two, they don't care that you're invisible. Number three, they think you are the same as a top tier guy.
Which is
And
super.
all guys are smashing all girls.
That's not true. That's so not true.
That's what it is. So if she
Because,
does happen to notice
most
you,
men don't
she's
fuck
going to
with
assume
other girls.
you're having sex with a bunch of other girls, even though you're not. But since women see most men as invisible, they don't understand this shit. It's that
True.
simple, guys. It's that simple. They are so unaware of the male experience, it hurts. It's so bad. Most girls have no game. I'm going to say this again.
True. Not talking about you, talking about him. He's speaking facts. Most men don't have sex. But the woman's way of thinking comes to what's around them. So if she's having a lot of sex with a lot of dudes, she's gonna say that all dudes have sex. But that's not how it works. It makes no sense. The dudes you're having a lot of sex with, they fuck a lot of girls. That doesn't mean all the men fuck a lot of girls. There's a problem right there.
Most girls have no game. Okay?
They have no game, yeah, that's
and
true
the
as
reason
well.
they have
That's
no
so
game
bad.
is because there's
Bro,
nothing.
There's this, like, I've seen so many women try to... God damn it. Why, am I that popular to talk about me, bro? What the fuck? Like, goddamn, I keep fucking sneezing. Like, Jesus Christ. Who the fuck is talking about me a lot? Like, goddamn, can you stop talking about me? I don't want to do this shit. I want to be chill and listen and react and give my opinion. God damn.
Yes, the fire's night.
What the fuck happened? Like, goddamn, who the fuck is talking about me so much to the point where I like... Jesus.
Pello.
To play.
Pello.
Huh?
Pello.
Huh?
You know Pello.
Huh?
Une pelle comme no? Okay.
Ah, une pelle. Une pelle, yes I do.
Yeah,
I do know... Shut the fuck up, you fucking... Je sais c'est quoi une pelle. You said pello. The fuck is that?
Uno pello.
Are you trying to sound Italian or retarded?
No, just saying it like that for fun.
Okay.
In other words, it's very easy for them to get guys with little to no effort. Okay?
True.
This is why when women actually have to work to get a guy, a lot of them fail and can't keep a guy because they never had to work to get a guy. They're
True.
useless because they never had to be useful. It's that simple. You guys don't believe me? Go
That's
on
true.
Bumble. For those of you that are unaware, Bumble is a dating site where the girl has to message you first. If you do happen to match with some and she does actually message you and isn't there to be an attention, you know what she's gonna do? She's gonna say, hi, what's up? Hello.
That's so bad. That's so bad. Hey, sup, hello. That's so bad, bro. That is so bad. Even though it's just the first message, the fact that it's the first message is that it's already bad. They don't know. They know. No, that's not a game. No game. That's
no
no
game. You don't believe me?
No
Next
game.
time I'm on a date with a girl, I want you to purposely try to be quiet and let her do most of the talking. Don't ask
She
no
doesn't
questions.
talk. That's true, bro. That is so true. That is so true. Have you ever had that experience where like you're with a girl, right? And like I'm not talking about a date. I'm talking about like having a normal conversation or like walking, walking, and you're talking to someone, to a woman.
Yeah.
And then you stay.
You said talking, while walking.
I'm talking about an actual in real life, Dark.
Yeah, we already talked and walked at the same time, no?
I want to kick your ass, and I want to punch your balls twice.
Wow.
I'm telling you, have you ever had the experience where in real life, like legit, where you were walking with a girl, not on a date, like legit just walking in a girl and having normal conversation, and for one moment you decide to stay silent? She doesn't say anything. She doesn't know how to actually continue the conversation. Have you ever had that?
Well, it's mostly me who doesn't know how to continue the conversation, but
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Well, you had it, right? Like every time, like I'm shit at starting a conversation, but that doesn't mean I don't do it. I still do it. I still do it, and I end up actually having a normal conversation, even though I'm quite shit. And I always do it. I don't know why, but I always do it. I always end up being silent for like a moment to see if the other person ends up knowing how to continue the conversation. And every single time,
Talking about something, I'm gonna continue on that, no?
and yeah, but women don't do that. Women, they actually stay silent and they wait until you continue the conversation. They don't know how to continue the conversation. They actually don't. It's like pretty funny, the fact that everyone says they're very mature, they're very socially experienced, and then as soon as they enter a conversation with a man, and the man ends up being quiet and they doesn't say shit, the woman actually ends up being quiet as well and doesn't know how to continue the fucking conversation. It's pretty funny.
I'm not gonna like talking to me because I mostly listen more than talking.
Like I do both. I listen and I talk. But there are times, but I have to admit, there are times where as soon as someone talks, I know where the conversation is going and I know how to respond to that immediately. I do that. Like for example, when I had multiple conversations with my mother, and as soon as she gives me the first part of the sentence, I know where we're gonna go with the conclusion. I know immediately where we're going, and I'm like, okay, I understood. You don't need to continue. Stop, please. You know, like I immediately interrupt because I know what she's gonna say. I don't know how I do that, but somehow I know it. I know. I don't know why, but I know. I just know. I know the beginning of the sentence. I know immediately how we're gonna end. Like I know what we're gonna say immediately. It's like I am somehow managed to be psychic because of the beginning of your sentence. You know what I mean? Like it's weird. Somehow I know how to do it. It's just somehow I know how to do it. I don't know why, but I know. But here we go.
Let her be the dancing monkey and entertain you.
Yeah, true.
See what's gonna happen. Tell her, hey, tell me a joke. See what happens.
Yeah, true.
Hey, tell me something interesting that you did in the past week.
No, it's nothing. Don't forget.
What are your hobbies?
I have none, or I eat. I know. I love eating food. That's not a hobby, but for some reason, women they say that is a hobby somehow. That makes no sense. I love eating food, but it's not a hobby. That's what I'm saying. It's not a fucking hobby. Eating food is to survive and actually have nutrients. It's not a fucking hobby.
To quickly realize.
I would say a hobby is testing new foods or testing foods that you usually don't eat. That I was like, okay, that's an exception. But if you're saying to me you love eating food, that's not a hobby, bro. That's called surviving, because you need to eat.
Boring, bland, stupid, and lame these are. Matter of fact, if I put 90% of these in a man's body, they'd be incels.
True. I do agree with that.
They'd be incels instantly. Basement dweller. Weird. That's what they would be. Now, I know a lot of you niggas are going to say, Myron, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Well, you came to the right place. For those of you that watch the Fresh and Fit podcast, one of the games I like to play is I like to do a scenario.
Oh, thank you for the follow. Thank you. I'm not going to say your name. That's for sure. Dark, do you want to see the name of the guy that just followed me? I think it's a good name. It's a good name. I have to give you that. It's a good name to troll. It's a good name. But look at the name, bro. Look at the name. Look at the name. Check, bro. Check it. Look at the name. Look at the name that the guy that just followed. My bot that gives me alert on the chat when someone follows me just popped up. Just look at it. Did you see? Nigga, hello? Did you see the name?
No.
Look at the name. Look at the name.
No, it's fine. I'm watching video, that's why.
I sniff, and I mean, I think you know where you're going. Where I mean, I think you know what this. I think. No, okay, you're a retard. Okay, go for it. But let's continue. Thank you for the follow, but I'm not gonna fucking say your name because I know you're trolling.
Since women often say that they're...
You what? What?
You sniff what?
Something. I'm not gonna say it. The fuck?
Feet.
No.
It's not that? Okay.
No, it's about drugs.
Angel dust.
No. I mean, technically, yeah, I guess, yeah. Pretty much. I mean, it's not cocaine, literally. You can say the no word cocaine, Dark. Like, you can say it.
Angel dust, because that's a drug, but I don't remember what it does.
But it's more like crack. But I do not do that at all. I just speak facts here, bro. I speak the truth and not but the truth. With my nigga, Darkface.
Game experts, and they know how to get a chick, and they know how to get girls and all this other shit, right? Because it always starts out this way. Typically starts with, why should a guy have female friends? Oh, we can help you get girls. Really? Yeah, we can give you game. We can teach you how to get girls. Okay, great. How about this? I want you to pretend to be a guy where I'm going to be the girl, and I'm going to go ahead and behave like a regular girl, and I want you to pick me up. You know what happens? They fail every single time.
Denied.
Okay? They fail.
They don't know how to
I've
game.
done this a million times. And guess what? The data never fails. You know what the girls do? They do all the stupid shit that doesn't work on them.
Denied.
That's how women are. They do all the bullshit that doesn't work on them. I have the girl basically try to pick up the guy. It'll be Fresh or Chris, right? Yo, somebody give me a clip. Somebody in OSS or somebody give me a clip so I can play this shit on stream, because I can't do this justice by talking about it. I'm cooking right now, so I don't got the time to do this shit. Somebody give me a clip from Fresh and Fit, so I'll play this shit right now. Because some of you niggas don't know what I'm talking about. You guys just watch Myron Gaines X. You guys might not watch Fresh and Fit. You guys hate Fresh or some shit, or you hate Chris or some other shit, or you just hate whatever the it is. So somebody give me a clip right now or a link so I can demonstrate this. I did this the other day. Somebody go back to the after hours and find me the timestamp so I can put it in OSS. Because I need to demonstrate this for you guys so you guys see what the I'm talking about. I'm not kidding around. I am dead. I tell y'all this. I make the girl act like a guy. And I have Fresh or Chris act like a girl. But we don't act like girls. We act like a regular girl. We give normal objections. Oh, I don't get my number like that. Oh, I'm with a friend. Oh, we give normal shit that normal girls say. So we make it totally
they always fuck up. They always fuck up.
Totally real. Okay? And then we even ask the girl, you pick the scenario. It could be a nightclub, it could be a grocery store, it could be a gym. So we tell them, okay, you pick the scenario. Nightclub, grocery store, beach, whatever. We let the girl pick it, and we let the girl even be rich. She's like, am I a baller? Sure, have whatever advantage you want. You know what the girl does? 9 out of 10 times? She touches Fresh or Chris really weird. She invades their space.
True.
She's offering to buy them bags. She's offering to take them to fancy restaurants and shit. She
True.
says and does all the dumb shit that doesn't work, man. They lead with money. Or they just offer to like just buy the girl gifts and shit, which never works. So what does this tell you? Not only
They
do
have no
women
game.
not understand, well, number one, they don't see most of you guys. You guys are invisible. That's number one.
Unfortunately,
Number
but it's
two,
true.
they don't understand you.
True.
Number three, they have no clue how to get themselves. And then number four, they have no idea how anything works, bro.
It's like the quad factor. They know fucking nothing.
And then, if you were to follow their advice, you would basically end up in jail as a goddamn.
True. That is true.
One girl
That's so true.
literally grabbed Chris, or was it Fresh, and tried to drag them to like the house. I kid you not, man. During this scenario, girl got frustrated and tried to grab Fresh and take this nigga home.
Bro,
Like,
that's what the heck? So you're telling me that her tactic to, in that particular situation, to try to pick up a girl is to kidnap someone? Hey, bro, what the fuck? Try to kidnap someone? That's a tactic to pick up girls? Since when? I think you're going to jail. There's no tactic for that. There's no tactic there. What the fuck? Okay. I'm shocked to hear this, actually. I didn't expect it to go the thing to go this far. Stop watching the rat getting stroked, bro. Stop. Stop watching the rat. Stop, Dark. Stop it.
Something come up in that chemo, bro.
Not gonna lie, bro. This what I just heard shocked me. The fact that a woman tried to use kidnapping a girl as a pickup line to get girls, that's actually that's shocking. It just shows how actually dumb they don't know shit how to actually pick up a woman.
And then some of them like got into it and they started crashing out. Who the f you think you're talking to? Hilarious. We give them a taste of their own medicine. It's cinema. Absolute cinema, chat. I'm telling y'all, bro. Nobody does this shit on the internet like we do. Because most, if anyone were to run an experiment like that, they would never do it. Because obviously it's like, because
I'd
they're
love to one day be part of the fashion fit. Like actually be part of, like be in the show. I really hope one day that can happen. I just love Fresh and Fit, bro. I like, they're truthful. They're good people. Like you can tell that they're actually fucking good people. And I would love to one day actually be friends with them. And I hope. I really hope. I legit hope, bro. They're so like, I'm not trying to suck their dick or anything, okay, guys? Like I'm not trying. It's just they help so many people, and then they talk the truth. They don't lie to you. They give you the truth. They give you advice and shit like that. And like, they're just good people. They're just great.
Never forget this shit. Like one girl legitimately would have went to jail for grape, bro. And it's funny because like the girls get frustrated quick.
Yeah, this is true. Okay, here comes with another fucking argument. Like you okay, bro. The guy that just put this fucking message in the chat. You really think you're the first one who sent this type of fucking message? You really think I'm gonna fucking believe you, bro? I'm not. Because I know you're lying. You're like the third person that sent me the same fucking message, but instead of having the same fucking streamer name, you have a different one. I'm like, fam, no thank you.
Tell them the same shit they say.
Like, bro.
You can have my Instagram. What you mean your Instagram? Okay, well, you got to pay me for my number. Oh, well, okay, I'll go out with you, but you got to take me to Poppy Steak or some shit like that. We do all the dumb shit that they do. And the girls crash out immediately. Immediately, they're like, Bombocard! I ain't gonna lie. It's kind of fun watching it from the other side. Watching them get frustrated with their own bullshit when you give it back to them. Hilarious. Anyway, All right, let's finish watching this Khloe Kardashian. Yeah, somebody get me a clip, please.
Be higher than women's. Like, I don't know. I just think all men have a lot of sex.
They don't.
And I actually...
Yeah, and you're for that.
You're a stupid idiot if
to
you think
respect
that.
that he was
That's
so honest.
stupid.
I would never have expected. First of all, who the is counting to 56, by the way? Does he have like a journal? So that's a little weird that he knows exactly. 56 is a weird number to...
Bro, I get that in a semester in college, man.
This
What
woman
he
is
talking about?
stupid.
Remember,
This woman is so
this stuff
stupid. I'm sorry. It's so
wouldn't
fucking
bother
stupid.
me, but I also don't ask those questions because I don't really want to know. What I want to know is if I'm at a dinner party and you slept with someone here, like I just want to know who's in my space. I want to know that information, but I don't need to know.
Yeah, they want to know that so that they can disqualify you. Guys, women only want transparency so they can get rid of you. Okay? That's really the only reason. Now, if you have high enough sexual market value, still stick around. But women really only want honesty so they can get rid of you.
Who you've slept with your entire life. But don't ask questions if you don't want to know the answer. Respect the honesty. Let's talk
Yeah, women don't respect honesty.
Yeah,
They don't most of the
respect.
time.
about friends
That's
in their
true.
30s.
They don't.
All of my friends have...
Anybody got the clip? Jigaboo Jones, here's a clip of a on to pick up for Sheena. Okay, thank you, Jigaboo Jones. Shout out to you. Let's see if we can get this shit here. All
He's
right,
a
I hope
good
you
nigga.
niggas are ready to get red pilled because this shit is going to be very... Look at this shit, bro.
Are you ready?
All right, so-
Are you ready to see a woman try to pick up girls or like try to pick up like so? Okay, I'm gonna explain to you the scenario. So a woman is. What the fuck did I just hear?
Just continue.
So in this scenario, is like a woman is trying to act like a dude and try to pick up two guys, but they're playing as girls. Okay, so they're trying to see if the women know how to pick up a girl if they have game. You know what I mean?
Nah.
No, but I know we both know that they don't. Okay, she's not gonna be able to do it. But it's the scenario. It's the video that she's gonna see.
If I manage somehow, and I don't even try.
You
then
already, bro. You literally had to go front. I don't want to hear from you. You do nothing. You have game. You have game. You don't even know it. You don't even fucking know it. But you have game. Okay, so shut up. Stop complaining. Stop fucking. Shut the fuck up. Stop complaining. You have game, but
I'm
you
complaining
just
because
don't.
I don't try.
Shut up. That's the point. That's the game. That's the point. You have game. But as I was saying, so he's about. I was explaining to you the scenario. What's up, man? Oh, hi. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Wait, what the fuck? Why is my shit here not updated?
Okay.
Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Why is this not updated? This should be.
Alright.
Why is it not updated? That's a bit odd. Sorry, I'm paused a little bit. It's just for some reason my chat on my OBS is not updating. So it's a bit weird. But there you go. We're back.
This is going to be a girl
Let's
trying to
continue.
pick up fresh. She's going to approach him as a guy. He's going to behave as a regular girl would. Okay?
Hey.
So you heard, right? So this woman right here on the left is acting like a dude, trying to pick up fresh. That is a guy in real life, but in this scenario is playing like a girl. Okay, so they reverse roles to see if the women, if they're in this specific scenario, if they know how to pick up a girl. But as a guy in the scenario.
We know how girls behave and how they act when guys approach them that they don't know.
There we go.
So we're going to keep it 100% authentic. A lot of the things he's going to do, you've probably done to guys that came up to you. Okay?
Okay.
So he's going to give her real objections. So how you would do it if you were a man and you wanted to get a... So everybody, nothing. Go ahead and just have their conversation. We're not going to say nothing. Go ahead.
What's going on?
Hi.
Hey. You from here?
Bro, the way I love Fresh, bro. He funny, bro. He funny. I love him. I don't know why. I just he's too funny.
Yeah.
It's too fucking funny.
Okay, what you do? You look good.
Do I know you?
No, we just met, sweetheart.
Okay, I work at a supermarket.
Work at a supermarket? Okay, how's that treating you?
Not bad.
Okay, what you like to do for fun?
I like to go with my friends to the beach.
Okay.
I love how he's showing exactly how women act. He's so uncomfortable. You can see this. She's not comfortable, or at least more like he's not comfortable. You can clearly tell.
Cool. Y'all go out.
She doesn't even see that, bro.
Sometimes.
Okay. That's cool. You over here. You working hard. I see that.
I'm looking at groceries.
Yeah, you do it pretty good, man.
I'm not a man.
Oh, my pardon. Pardon me, madam.
My
apologies.
What the
fuck
am I hearing?
Something coming up.
Okay, put my number in your phone though. Let's link up later.
I don't.
Fresh, you're not clean up on
really?
online.
I don't know strangers like that.
Oh, you don't know strangers like that?
No, I don't talk to strangers like that. Sorry.
Okay. We can get to know.
That's exactly how men. Oh man, what the fuck? That's exactly how women act. Right there. They do that shit, bro. That's exactly how they fucking act.
Know each other.
I'm okay. Thanks.
Fresh, you're not clean up on online.
That's exactly how they are, bro. They act like this.
You're kind of.
You was gonna walk away like that. You was gonna walk away like that.
Fresh, you're not
Could you-
clean up.
I feel like this is like assault.
It's crazy. Assault. That's some strong language, ma.
You're coming too close. Could
That's strong language.
You're my space.
This is exactly how they act.
6 feet away from me.
Okay.
This is-
girls don't say all that. Thank you.
Wow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
so
exactly
obviously
how
that's
they
extremely
act.
revealing. Blocked off his way to move. Weird as close to him. Game is terrible, right?
True.
And it's funny because if you
That's
look at
how
the
they
girls,
act.
right? Even the girls are laughing because they know, like, oh shit, and they're like, oh, this is accurate. A couple of girls were like, oh, this is actually accurate, right? So it's funny because
That's pretty
women
funny.
think they understand, but
I
they
love Fresh,
don't
bro.
at all. And then they want to sit there and tell you, oh, I can help you get. No, you don't, bro. You're useless. And every time we do this experiment, chat, the women fail. They always fail, right? This
They
girl's
can-
blocking off
they
his
don't
way
have
and
no
shit like
game.
that. The scenario was the supermarket, and she failed, obviously.
We're gonna take the number and block it when we.
Okay, so let's see where.
Okay, let's
Also,
go
I'm
through.
facing-
Like, women don't know shit.
Yeah, they're bro. Let's
They're
see if
so
there's a
dumb.
round two. Okay, another girl goes. Okay, watch this failure.
Oh, round
Okay,
two.
so now I think it's at the beach. Oh, okay, here we
Round
go.
two. Oh, here we go.
At the gas station.
Okay, so I'm in.
All right, so now we're gonna.
Nah, he
Nah, I don't
hates
hate you
you.
guys.
Okay, cool.
You guys are just dense. She
Same
gets it
scenario?
too. But
we
like the
changing-
rest of y'all, I'm like, well, come on,
So
Fresh.
you're-
So what's the scenario that you want to talk
Trying
to?
to be
Okay.
cool.
Where we at?
So we let the girls pick the scenario, guys. This is very important because that's gonna influence how Fresh behaves. You guys can see, Fresh is acting like a regular chick, nothing crazy, right?
True.
No,
No,
guys.
This is man.
At work. Gas station?
Okay.
All right,
Gas
That's a
station.
Gas station.
normal- That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
all right, gas station. Let's see how this girl does. Let me get myself on
Gas
screen.
station.
chat.
I
Let me
don't
get my
okay.
video on screen so you guys can
Interesting.
watch this shit in
That's
full.
very, very,
Let's
very
do a
interesting.
scenario.
A gas station.
Gas
Okay,
station.
so you're at
So chat is on the left
She
hand
picked
side.
this
You guys can
scenario,
see
bro.
this is the chat right here, and then your guys' chat is over here. So
the pump. Or you're inside the gas station.
You
Where are
pick.
you at?
What scenario do you want?
You tell me.
We're trying to set you up for success. When do you want to approach
in the
him
store?
or her?
We're both in line together at the gas station.
Okay, so I'm in front.
You're in front.
Got it.
All right.
Perfect.
Okay.
All right. So she's
So
paying
we're in
for her
line.
stuff.
Interesting.
No, she hasn't paid yet.
Bro, why would you have gas station? Very interesting. Out of all places. Honestly, I mean, it's not like it's not like it's bad. It's just very odd. Out of all the scenarios you can, bro, you can pick any scenario ever and you pick gas station. It's just a bit weird for me.
Because I want to be able to interrupt.
I would say like maybe like a a gas station. I was like a store or some shit like that, but a gas station. It is no to pick up to actually try to pick up a girl and show your game.
You do,
Like-
too, but I
like-
don't do that.
A gas station of all places. I was like maybe like a clothing store or some shit like that. Maybe. What do you mean no? In a clothing store?
Depends.
Like in a clothing store, I would understand.
What kind of clothing store?
What do you mean? What kind of clothing store? It's just a clothing store in general that is for everyone, like men, women, children.
The
Like
kind of where it is lingerie, maybe.
no, why?
That's why
Tell me why.
specified.
Which man would go there except trans men? Like, tell me.
Or jackets, but
Exactly. Then why would they go there in the first place? We both know that men don't go there. Okay, we both know that.
and
I'm talking about a general clothing store.
Okay,
Like
so
I don't know, like Zara. I don't know.
yeah,
Like
okay,
you know.
okay.
I got
Sure.
some, like,
Okay.
candy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Candy.
So
you know.
So gas station. Okay, a bit weird, but okay, here we go.
Now tell us how you would do it. So she's in line. How would you make the approach? Go ahead.
All right, round 3. Let's see, chat. Watch.
Action cut.
Fuck no, I ain't approaching her.
Go ahead.
Excuse
If I see a woman in a gas station, I would never approach a woman. I would be like, "Can I pay for my gas, please? Thank you. Bye." Like, it's not a proper place to actually show your game in a gas station. It's just not good.
No,
let's be
because
honest.
you're there for business, not for fucking.
And at the same time, you're there for business. Yeah, you're not there for picking up a fucking woman, bruv. Like what? Like it's just so stupid. Like amusement park, clothing store. You can like, even in the streets, for example, you're walking and you see a woman walk by, and you're like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna try. Like, but a gas station, bruv. Out of all the places, gas station.
Excuse me. Is it okay if I interrupt? Excuse me.
Yes?
Hi, my name is Shay.
Bro, the way he moves is so funny. Because that's exactly how women move. If you ask, excuse me, they act like they're scared. Like, it's so true. It's so true, bro.
Say that you look amazing. What's your name?
Thank you. Freshina?
Hey,
Freshina, bro. His name is Freshina. Hey, I'm not judging. It's a pretty good name.
No. I think he would have said I have a girlfriend already. But
Yeah, probably. After what I've just seen, probably.
Sheena, what's
Like,
going on?
don't
You getting gas?
I have a boyfriend.
Did you see that clip where it's literally a guy tried to rob the gas station and she's like, I have a boyfriend. And it's like, Jesus Christ.
I don't know that one, but I remember one where
I've
he
seen,
tried to warn her that
like,
she had in pan.
Bro. It's like the worst. These are the worst fucking things I've ever seen. These stupid fucking shorts or like TikToks. It's like, like a man is like under a car in a car accident, asking for help from a woman, and a woman is like, I have a boyfriend, and I'm like, fam. Like, what the fuck am I, like, what? Like, it's so bad. They're so bad. These TikToks are so bad. But somehow they get a lot of fucking views and a lot of likes and shit.
What are you doing? Are you getting a fruit roll up?
Just a snack real quick before I head on my road trip.
Okay, do you mind if I get that for you? Because I just feel like I want to provide and protect for you, and I would love to.
No, if
no
bro,
one says that. Like, what
the only
the
thing,
fuck?
I'm
turned off.
The only thing I'm gonna say is this: if you try to buy something from a woman and you say shit like that, the woman's gonna say, "You're a fucking weirdo. Can you stay away from me, please?" I'm gonna say.
I'm gonna pay for myself at that point.
That's so funny. They don't know how to pick up girls. That's actually incredible. It's actually so fucking incredible.
Get you that fruit roll up.
Well, if I really have to pick someone
I mean, only if you
maybe
want,
I'll
no
talk about
pressure.
what she's buying.
That's so like, oh, honestly, I would never try to pick up a girl, but if I had to, I would say the beginning is good. I would say, like, hi, how you doing? You do be looking good. What's your name? You know, like that. I would say, okay, it's okay, like it's pretty good. But right off the bat, hey, let me buy this roll up for you, bro. Let me provide and protect. I'd be like,
I really don't see a woman as partner. I gotta say.
I would be like, what the fuck did you just say? I'd be like, bro, you love snacks too? Well, you know what? Would you mind me joining you on eating a snack as well? And bro, but there's so many snacks to pick. But you know what? I'm gonna pick you because you're the best looking snack here. You know, I'd be saying some shit like that, like it. You know what I mean? I would say some shit like that. It'd be like, oh damn. Out of all the snack, I would pick you to eat. You know what I mean? Like make her feel like, oh, okay, yes, I'm game. But no, like, let me buy this fucking snack so I can show you how I can provide and protect, bro. I'd be like, what the fuck? It's so bad. I'm laughing too much. I'm laughing too much. I need to stop.
I think the most casual approach, just cliche.
No, thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Hi girl, you look good.
Like, hi girl, you look good. Hi girl, you look good.
Shit like that.
Yeah. You've said some shit like that, or if you look at her doing something, you're trying to have like a good pun phrase to pick up a girl that would go with what she's doing or some shit like that. You know what? Like, right? Like, for example, in this situation, he is in this situation, he's the girl. So he's trying to pick up a snack, and I would be like, hello, girl, how you doing? Look fine. What's your name? Damn, I also am looking for a snack, but there's so many around, but I think I'm gonna go pick you because it looks like you're the better looking snack out of all of them.
Ah, you look fat, bitch.
No, but you know what I mean? Like, you actually...
Yes.
You do have a good pun. Like, damn, I'm also trying to pick a snack here, but there's a lot of snack, but the best looking snack that I can see here is you. And it's like, damn, that's a good line. You know what I mean? That's a good pickup line. No, but that's you because you're a guy. But a woman would be like, damn, like, okay, we have something here. Like, you know what I mean?
Not every woman.
But I'm talking, when I say woman, I'm talking about in general. Most women would actually be like, damn, he has some game. I'm interested. They would be interested. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. They would actually be interested.
I think even if I was a girl, I would be a bit weirded out though.
You're not. You would not. Because, but like, you take like a dude. That's why you're saying that. But I'm telling you already. I know how women think. I've tried, and I'm telling you, it would work most of the time. So in general, women would fall for it.
And somehow
I'm telling you, bro.
I don't even know how.
Bro, that's what pisses me off, bro. This nigga, bro. This fucking nigga.
I never
does nothing. He does nothing, and he already had two girlfriends, and I'm like,
yeah,
how? How? I'm like, what the fuck? This fucking guy, bro.
But
let's continue.
I would love to offer you that free brother.
I mean, we just met.
Look at Myron, bro. Look into the camera like, are you serious?
Okay.
It's only up to you, only if you want.
Sure,
is that okay?
For you.
Bro, what the fuck? You want me to buy for you? Okay. This is the most awkward interaction I've ever seen. It's so awkward. The guy is like, he's so weirded out after what the fuck.
Please tell me il va sortir un genre, I have a boyfriend actually.
I love a manly man.
Okay, perfect. Is it okay if I get your number?
Oh, fuck no.
Okay, that I think he's doing that for the lols, but we both know that the woman would not say that and wouldn't give.
No.
Like, I don't think I would say, yeah, sure, you can buy this for me. I think she would say this, but she wouldn't.
Yeah.
She wouldn't say this.
Shit, then leave, bitch.
And then I leave. Yeah. She would say, yeah, I don't mind, you can buy it. And then I would she would pick up the snack and would leave and nothing else.
Are you okay with that?
Damn. What are you trying to do?
I would like to call you, maybe take you out sometime.
Just, bro, even a girl in the back is like, what the f is going on?
Call me and take me out?
Absolutely.
Take me out. Where do you want to go?
Where do I want to go? Wherever you want to go. Because you're the queen. You're the princess. I'm here for you.
That's sweet of you. Hold on.
We both know that women want men to actually decide where to go. We both know that. That's why every single time women want us to go on a date, they tell us to set up the date. That's all I'm saying.
Fucking hell, never setting a date anymore, bro.
Yeah, this nigga knows. This nigga knows. I know, but this nigga knows. Like, yeah, every time, bro. Like, it's very funny, bro. It's like this is the thing. It's very funny how women are the ones that want the date, but we are the ones who have to set the date up. And it's like, you're the one who wanted to go on a date. How are we supposed to take responsibility? What?
Actually, well, I was the one did it. So I'm not gonna say it.
You were being too desperate, I think. The fact you just said you. Oh, what the fuck?
I was asked.
Okay, I'm gonna ban this guy.
But if she didn't want, I didn't want. Like, bro, like, I'm just proposing.
No, what I'm saying, Dark, what I'm saying is the fact that you said that you were saying
No. I'm just saying she never asked once.
Then you shouldn't have done nothing.
Yeah, but I just tried because
you shouldn't have.
For some reason
You shouldn't have. Because the fact that you tried multiple times you showed her that you're desperate. That's the problem.
You should. Desperate.
No, but Dark, I'm not saying they were desperate, but in her head she would say, "Okay, this nigga desperate." That's the thing.
I was just fulfilling my boyfriend.
That's how women think. If you're too desperate, women would not like that. I'm telling you already.
Je suis très adroit sur les règles. Si tu
You, Dark, you have to not give a fuck, but to a certain extent. You have to not give a fuck, but to a certain extent. That's what you have to do. Okay.
If I didn't want to give a fuck,
you have to, Dark, listen. You don't have to give a fuck to a certain extent when you are in a relationship. Not when you're starting in the relationship or like you're going on dates and shit like that. You understand? When you are officially in a relationship, you kind of have to not give a fuck to a certain extent.
I wasn't even.
No, the fact you were telling me that you wanted to go on multiple dates.
No, I didn't want to. But I was asking.
Wait, what? So you didn't want to? Then why
did
you do it?
Because
then why did you do
I
it?
was just fulfilling my purpose as a boyfriend.
What purpose? You were being a simp, not a fucking boyfriend.
Bro, I don't know. Bro, I'm not trying to work in a relationship. Like, you tell me I'm boyfriend? Okay, I
So your boyfriend, it means you have to do exactly everything they need to do. No, that's no. We're like, what? No. They don't want that. I'm telling you.
Well, good for them, because I didn't want that either. Now I'm free, I'm happy.
I mean, I do have to agree. The fact that you're free, I do have to agree.
Well, I was still free then, because I almost never give a fuck.
And you should have not given a fuck a bit more. You shouldn't have been like that. You shouldn't have act like a boyfriend. You should act like a boyfriend. But what I'm saying is, the way the woman you were with was clearly did not want to be with you from the way she acted in the relationship.
Very good for me. I'm happy.
So, in my opinion, you should have not give a fuck at all. Like 100%, not even a little bit, just 100%. Because she clearly was not putting any effort. You're the one putting effort. So you should have not given a fuck. So she was the one trying to put some effort in.
No, it's fine. I was just minimal effort, just the bare minimum.
You shouldn't have. You shouldn't have not done that. You should have given nothing. That's what I'm saying.
It's fine. I don't mind.
But it is what it is, and I mean.
Parfois, je suis un peu altruiste, bizarrement.
What the fuck is that?
Donner sans rien recevoir.
You're fucking. I mean, that's good. I'm not saying that's not good. That's good. But when you are married, or when you are like in a solid relationship, that's good. But with the woman you were with, it wasn't really solid. So you did something stupid, pretty much.
Non, t'inquiète. Comme je dis, je suis un peu altruiste parfois, pas tout le temps.
Like I agree with you. I prefer giving than receiving. Like that's how I am. But you want to receive? I'm not just gonna give shit like that, bro. Like what the fuck? No, bro. But let's continue. Like it's 1 in the morning, so let's continue.
Are you gonna pay her? Where we're going?
Okay, so tell me what you like.
We have how many videos? How long is this? 20 minutes. Okay, yeah, this is gonna be the last video, bro. We had a long stream.
What are you into?
This is gonna be the last stream.
Now,
the
the
last
thing I
video
want to
we
make very
reacted.
clear here, guys, is like Fresh is actually doing really good.
Yeah,
Like, we gotta give Fresh credit because he's
pretty
actually
good.
behaving
He's
like a
doing pretty
regular
good.
girl right now. Right? So like he's giving her like
Wait, what?
legitimate like objective.
What? What, Bruce? No, he stopped the video.
Ah.
Actions that a regular would give. And notice how much trouble.
This is a video. The clip. It's a clip that he's reacting to.
But isn't he himself in it? Oh.
Yes. Yes, because he did this a couple of months or days ago. I don't know how long ago.
Trouble she's having. I want to really like make sure that you guys understand is that Russia's giving her like very.
What?
I really thought it was free.
You really thought it was? Jesus Christ!
Because I thought he was in the moment, not because I don't see his camera
No.
or whatever.
No, it's not in the moment. Is he did this? I don't know how long
he's
ago.
behind your camera. that's
He's
why
behind
I
mine.
see.
Yeah, he's behind mine. Yeah. But don't worry, he's gonna change the scene. He's probably gonna be able to see him.
Very
Don't worry.
reasonable and regular objections that a regular would give. And look at how she's struggling, okay? She's lucky that he even turned back to talk to her. Most just turn around. Like, they won't even want to, like, well, what, nigga? Like, have a good day.
True.
So he's at least engaging with her. But let's keep going.
Okay, you want me to change position? I can change position.
No, fine.
Okay.
I don't want to be kidnapped.
You know, you could be safe with me. Let's start.
He said I don't want to be kidnapped.
Yeah, right. Okay.
That's pretty good. Let's be honest. A woman would say
Start
that.
off with a number.
Good job. Yeah.
Let me get your number. Is that okay with you?
Okay, text me.
Okay.
And your cash app, girl.
Okay, it's 786
Okay, I'm busting out my phone.
305
Okay.
2289.
So if I call you, you're gonna answer?
Yeah,
You know how I'm into.
I'll answer.
I'm calling you right now.
Okay, so all you want is this fruit roll up?
That's it. Thank you.
And how much on your, what car do you drive?
Oh, the Lexus?
Oh, it's a Lexus. How much does it cost to fill?
Like 100.
Okay, can we fill up her car and the fruit roll up?
Oh, wow. I love a strong man.
I hate him because it's part of the bit, but the way he does things is just funny. I don't know why. It's just funny, bro. The fuck?
Okay,
Damn,
so
she's
hit me
already
up
paying,
whenever
bro.
you want, whenever you're ready.
I'm in
Thanks,
pain, bro. I'm so in pain.
I got you.
Shit, $104 deep.
All right. So now
She's
what?
definitely calling.
Oh yeah, I just noticed. She already spent $100 and got a number. Didn't even got a date yet. I just noticed. She already spent $100 on a woman without even having a date yet. How? That's bad. That's pretty bad. Hello, Dad. Hello. Like, she hasn't even had a date yet, and she already spent on this woman $100. Deep. Bro, what the fuck? I'm saying that you didn't see the end.
No.
She said she's gonna pay the bill of the gasoline of her car and the snack. So even before being on a date, she already spent $140 or like $100 to $140 already. Didn't even. You have to go. Then go, bro. Go meet me. It's fine. We'll continue on. Don't worry. It's just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Then we're probably gonna end the stream. Yeah, guys. So as I said, when it comes to solo games, and sometimes solo games, it depends actually. But usually when it comes to solo games and talking about the harsh truth and stuff like that, we do like 3-hour, 4-hour long streams. But when it comes to, for example, let's say Warframe, Isonzo, League of Legends, games like that, we do play a lot more. We stream like 6 hours, 5-6 hours. So yeah, we pretty much stream double. So yeah, because my main content is gaming, so that's why I give a longer streams when it comes to gaming. But let's continue.
Okay, so really? Okay.
So this is what I'm doing after. I get in the car. I call my bae. Bae, you believe this guy at a gas station?
Yep.
Hey, true.
Bruh.
True.
Paid for my gas and gave me like free snack.
Well,
This was
question for you.
amazing.
Have you ever, has a guy ever paid for your fruit roll up at a gas station? You went out with him? And you went out with him?
He paid my gas and bought me a fruit roll up.
Yeah.
And I went out to dinner. Absolutely.
No. In your real life.
In real life.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Did he smash?
That first week or later? Days later.
Oh, bro. Yeah, exactly.
Did he ever smash? Gotcha, bitch.
Is this
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay, hold on. Why do guys approach girls?
to smash?
100%. So did he smash?
Yes.
When?
No, later on down the line. I have a great scenario. My ex met me at the beauty supply store. He bought all the shit I needed.
That's your ex.
No, no, bro. Well, they're asking you questions to see if they actually smashed on that first interaction or that first date. If they didn't, it means they didn't. Straight up.
So now you guys, give me one in the chat if you guys like just got red pilled on women having zero game. Because I know a lot of you guys watch me for the political shit, so you might not watch Fresh and Fit after hours. But I had to show y'all niggas this
I
clip.
do watch
You guys can like see in real time how stupid when it comes to attracting other women.
I've seen
and
this
why they're
before.
literally
Like
useless.
holy shit. But yeah, I was going to react to this, but I have to go unfortunately. So I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Again, don't forget to follow me. Again, I do appreciate all the follows you're giving me tonight. Thank you guys. Thank you. But again, let's continue following. We're trying to reach 800 followers. Not only that, we are trying to get verified here on Kick, so don't forget to drop a sub so we can be one step closer to get verified. We do stream at the same time on YouTube, so don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. We're trying to reach 100 subscribers. We are currently at 83 subscribers, so don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Go check out the other additional content that I give to you guys on other social media, so don't forget to follow me everywhere and enjoy all the content. And again, big thank you for Gotori for the affiliation. Thank you. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream, and peace.
Come and light up,